Muff it up there. There we go. Ah. There. So I want to do a live stream on Thursday. But everyone does live streams on Thursdays. Everyone. I think I won't even do a Q&A on Thursday anymore. Maybe I'll do it like on a Wednesday or a Tuesday or something like that. Maybe. I don't know. Just no one does them on Fridays. Hey, Hamburglar. How's it going, man? Welcome. It's just me and you right now. Here, I'm going to start showing people's. I should have started showing. Everyone loves to see themselves. Because when my comments get shown on other people's live streams, I think that's fun. I don't do that. Oh, look. Amelia's here. Lance is here. Hello. Billy's here. Awesome. Hello, friends. Hello. August is a very busy time for me. In fact, I've been sitting here recording podcasts for September. And I was like, you know what? I'm done. I don't want to edit anymore. I've been doing this straight for a couple of hours, and I'm going to do something fun. And I could be reading, hello, Rob. I could be reading my book, which I'm on Children of Dune right now. And I'm what, 70 pages from the end? Yeah, 68 pages from the end. So I'm getting close. I'll probably finish it tomorrow, but I was like, I can knock out Children of Dune tonight, or get through most of it, I think. But then I thought, you know what? Nah. Let's see if I can do a thing here. Yes, I finished the first book in Black Fleet Crisis, Such a Step Up from Crystal Star. I actually enjoy Black Fleet Crisis, Lance. I don't know if you saw my review on it, but Matthew P. Q. McDowell gave me an autographed book. It's my first autograph ever to get. He gave me the 3-in-1 omnibus. All right. Really? Dawn of the Jedi. Let me know, Billy Fire, if you like it. I absolutely despise that novel. Tim Levin is writing the next Firefly novel. I have it pre-ordered, but it was supposed to come out next month, but it got delayed till November. I'm really interested to see, is it the writer that sucked? Or was it just the subject that he just messed up on? I don't know. Hello, Bolly. Huh? Let's see. Uh-oh. How's the Text Legends billboard? Well, Legend Billboard went down. It's not up there anymore. Remember, that was all planned prior to the pandemic. No one knew the pandemic was going to happen. And you have to lock that in months in advance. And we asked if we could change it once the pandemic hit, and they said no. Taking your money and running. But oh well. Oh, the next one. The next billboard. I don't know. We may do something different. Remember the billboard? We can do billboards. But I want to keep thinking about different things. The reason we did a billboard the second time, which we did one a long time ago, and they said, hey, wait till the trilogy. So we waited and brought it back out again. But probably want to do something differently. Yes, actually, Michael, good friend of mine who watches the show, actually gave me a Jaina solo because I said later on, I said, I don't have the Jaina solo figure. I keep looking for it, but never find it, you know, just for sale in my area. And he said, well, I got an extra one. So he sent it to me. I really appreciated that too. It was really awesome. I think so. I think I enjoy it. What do you guys think? You guys are reading one. We got someone reading it right now. Ask them. Jamie, yes. I'm so happy to be playing that game, man. It is awesome. It is awesome. And it's funny because Jamie, I think you listened to the podcast. Jamie went out and bought Kohaka, and his came in. We bought it. Jamie, correct me if I'm wrong. Did we buy it? No, I don't think we bought it at the same time. You got it in before me. and mine took forever to come in, but you had it reviewed, and your review was so good. Check out Board Game Man, folks. He does a lot of vintage game reviews, and he does a little playthrough for them, and they're really good. I really like how you differ. Plus, Jamie on the Scene. Jamie on the Scene. He goes to all these old Hollywood trope places, and it's great. I just showed my nephews your videos of you going Back to the Future and stuff, because they just watched the Back to the Future trilogy on our vacation this past week. I said, hey, those places still exist. And I showed them to my nephews, like, whoa, no way. So you are. And my wife thinks you are the tour guide to the stars, Jamie. I mean, what, Father Bride? I don't really care about that movie, but my wife, one of her favorite movies, so she saw The House from Father Bride. She's like, oh my gosh. So if ever I come your way, Jamie, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to take us on an all-day trip of all these places. She'd love to see The Hedge from Halloween and everything. So anyway, Lance says Blackworth is worth. I think Blackfleet is worth it as well. Oh, that sucks, Tyler. So they sold you the omnibus, but then gave you 3 paperbacks? Mm-mm. My tribe of Ewoks are doing very good. They're resting now. They wake up in the middle of the night, Amelia. They just they're kind of cranky at times. Piper wakes up. They need their passies. So their passy will fall out, and they're like, like she just, about what, 30 minutes before I went on, she was up and crying, and she was up on her bed. I was like, oh no, I got to get her. No, she just wanted, her passy fell out. She couldn't find it. So I put her passy in, she went, boom, and I mean, just face planted back on the crib and was out. After sitting up, crying in the bed, because we got to have our passy with us. So they're readjusting. At the beach, they were in a pack and play together, and now they're separate again. And I think they missed having both of them side by side. They love sleeping next to each other. In fact, the first night, Piper wanted out, but then ran over to her sister's crib and wanted to get back, wanted to go into her sister's crib. We had to eventually take them out because she was trying to roll on top of sister, and they were getting mad at each other. So we had to separate them again. But I think they really love being together. Now, if you're talking about Yub Nub and all these stuffed Ewoks, they're not real people. But they do talk to me at times. Wow, okay. That's interesting. Shut up. I didn't know this. When did y'all find this out? So one of them is still up. No one's rented it yet. That's nice. Which one is it, Amelia? Let me know. That is hilarious. No, I haven't, but I know, I think Matthew from the Geeks Attic and all them, I know Jeremy from Stupid Chainsaw Production has read them. She can probably talk to him. He's read them. You know what, dude? I actually did. I read the first 2 or 3 novels and then bowed out for no reason that I just was reading other books. Well, how's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. Let's see. You know what, Billy Fire? I think you're absolutely right. I think you're absolutely right. Every Bantam-era book, except for those 2, are probably worth reading. Now, Billy Fighter, you do realize we're in the minority, right? Because everyone else loves iJedi. Except for Lance. Lance, too, hates iJedi. Yeah. I still get hate over that. I don't care. People can love iJedi, and they can love Corran Horn, but there needs to be more Cracker Jacks. This is a little box. Your prize is always a sticker these days, too. That sucks. But for me, I don't have it. No, I mean, I did take a speed reading class a long time ago. I don't do it anymore. Basically, speed reading is very interesting. It's you're taking a picture of the page in your mind and assimilating those words, and just by looking at it, the words become a picture of what went on in that paragraph, and then you move on. The fastest I could read was by line. I could really just pam, 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 pam. And I did it a few times, but I found out that by the way, if you don't continue doing it, you lose it. And it just wasn't worth it. You're not getting I thought I'd get enjoyment out of reading a book really fast. But at times, especially for me, if you get distracted, you'll miss a couple of pages and have to go back. Because I can get easily distracted. So if someone's talking in the background, I'm trying to speed read, I'll look at the words, but I won't process what they mean. And then I'll have to go back a few pages. And I got tired of doing that. So then I stopped doing it and started reading it just word for word out loud. It takes a while to get back into that. But so speed reading, I wouldn't suggest you take a class in that. But if it's good, sit down and enjoy it. But sit down somewhere, Hamburglar, where there's no one around, where you're peace and quiet. If it's nice outside, go outside. You know, someplace where you can just sit, read, be comfortable. Someplace comfortable. That could be your bed. But make sure you're comfortable and read. Have a hot beverage there, or snacks, or, you know, something to drink. You know, and just enjoy your time there. And especially, it's also up to the book. I love reading. So sitting down reading a couple hundred pages a day is nothing for me. I actually like it. That's one of my hobbies, obviously, right? Reading is my hobby. So, oh, check it out. It's the dog. Hold on. I just ate another box last week, and I think I got the kid. Hold on. I got them both here. Oh, come on. Shut up. But anyway, you just got to enjoy it and just find a safe place. Yeah, look, the dog and the kid. Like you really wanted to see this on a Friday night. Matt's Cracker Jack story. What up, Tony? What up? Hey, man. Tony, if you're still watching, I should have called you tonight. Probably to do some of these recordings with me. But I did some recordings last minute. Tony was suggesting something to pop in on. I'm still going to have that dude on, but anyway, I'll let you know next time, Tony. He's a really good guy. Oh, one of those chips went down wrong. Oh, there you go. Now, to be honest, Tyler, I will listen to thematic music. You know, like you listen to Star Wars soundtracks, you're reading a Star Wars book or something like that, you know, just like movie scores. I will sometimes, not all the time, but I will listen to that type of music. But yeah, just don't get distracted. Okay, because I talked to Brian last month and I didn't hear him say that, so that was wild. Which one was it though? The better one? The one we didn't have anything, we couldn't buy new books, so we bought this billboard instead. That's a good one. Dang, that's great. That's still up there. We get our money's worth on that one then. Yeah. And don't burn yourself out. That's another thing. Read in sections or whatever. But the book also has to be interesting, I guess. Oh, just reached his 100th subscriber. That's awesome. That is awesome, Jamie. Good. I know I was number 9. You should have been earlier, but it was number 9. All right. Look at this guy. Look at Stig. Oh man, Stig has been exclusive. Stig has his own channel. It's called OG Star Wars. I say that because he's always on it. Hold on, Stig. Let me see. Doggone it. I know I have your email. I just don't know how it starts. It doesn't start with Stig, that's for sure. I'll find it in a minute. Stig, if you want to join. Really? That's good. I've heard good things. I'll be honest. It was what was the first two books called? I know they were both paperbacks. I read them both, and didn't did Troy Denning write for Halo? I want to say a Star Wars author even wrote for Halo too, because I want to say I read a Troy Denning Halo book. I can't remember. The Postal Service, I don't know about you, Tyler. The Postal Service is terrible for me. I beg people to send stuff through FedEx or UPS now. Because, case in point, I ordered 2 items. They were a day apart. One was from FedEx. The other was from UPS, going through the Postal Service. The one from the Postal Service is closer to me. The other one was way out in Seattle, FedEx one. The other one was in North Carolina or South Carolina. I won't get that one till tomorrow. But my FedEx package came in today. It got ordered a day later, too. Farther away. It's a joke. Shoot, yeah. What are you talking about? I need some Coke and peanuts. I do. Another one, RC and a moon pie. I haven't had it in years, but I was drinking an RC. Someone goes, "You got a moon pie with that?" And I went, "No." And I went, "Shut up, I remember that." That was something that a lot of people in the South would do as well. And we did that as well back when we were kids. RC and a moon pie, baby. Except for me, it was like knee-high blue and a moon pie. Uh-oh, lost my pointer there. Here it is. Yeah, I hope they do. Hope they restock. Yeah, sure. Sure, Amelia, I'm happy too. All right. Yeah, if the story's good, I know what you mean, Tyler. If the story's good, you can watch it forever, right? You can watch it forever. Yeah, brother. Hey, if you're still watching, Tony, I am actually going to be busy tomorrow, but hit me up, though. Let me know. My wife, she's in this show. Look at you. Oh. Hello.
Hello there.
Oh. My wife is in a show, Amelia, and they 2 people that usually build sets both had emergency surgeries this past week or 2 weeks ago, and they're out. So the third person in line
is Megan.
Me to build the set.
Nice.
Me and someone. The thing is, I don't build sets. I don't know how to. But one of the guys, he had something happened to his eye, so he has an eye patch, but he's not allowed to do drills, saws, anything right now. But he said he's going to show up, and he's going to tell me and another guy how to build this set. He said it's really easy, really easy. So tomorrow, I'll be hammering, drilling, and plugging away.
Yeah. So is your local theater reopened, or are you guys just preparing for?
Well, this is going to be a stream-only online.
Nice.
Event that they're doing to prep the season. It's not a let me see, there it is. It's not a
not a
fall season
live audience.
Yeah.
No live audience. Okay.
No live audience. And then the next 2 shows after that are going to be in the park outside.
Ooh, nice.
Because we can go in the park. And then after that is a Christmas show directed by and we're hopefully by Christmas we'll be able to go inside. We're hoping.
So what shows what's the show Megan's in and what's the one you're directing?
The show Megan's in is called Bells. It's a bunch of girls who are talking on phones.
Okay.
So it's just there and funny things are happening because it's like, you know that commercial that what's that? The old Budweiser commercial. It's kind of like that. They're all hold on just a moment. Someone else is calling. Darla, is that you? And then she gets on it shows her.
Yeah.
You can do that digitally, and it looks really good. On
Mhm.
stage, they usually just have spotlights, and the spotlight goes off of that person who was talking. But it does well as a digital show, so they did it as a digital show. The next one is called. It's based off of the $1 Million Band. It was the story where Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash. Who's the piano player? Megan? I don't know if she can hear me. Jerry Lee Lewis and someone else all got together and jammed for a little bit, but they were all like legends.
Nice.
And so there's a show on that. They're going to do that one in the park, and then the other one in the park, I can't recall. Oh, it's the Tuna show. It's 2 people. Tuna's Vegas. And then after that is Christmas Carol. I'm going to do Scrooge and everything. I'm going to direct that. Hopefully that'll be inside by then. That's what we're hoping, at least.
Yeah.
My show that I was starring in right as the pandemic went down was going to be our opening show. Was How to Succeed, and that show is not officially canceled, but will soon be. They're not opening up the state anytime soon.
Right.
So, I mean, even if he goes to phase 3, we still won't be allowed. There's a really low chance we'll be able to do that show now. But I'm fine with that now.
Yeah, 2 of my sisters live in New York, and the entire state of New York. So one of them's in New York City, which is way more strict than the rest of the state, and the other's on Long Island. Yeah, they have like a 2-week quarantine period if you come from certain states, including Texas. So like my older sister's about to have her 3rd baby in September. So, oh my goodness, she's due like a month and a week. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I'm like, are you going to be able to have anyone visit when you have the baby? And she's like, considering Texas has a 2-week quarantine period, or you have to quarantine for 2 weeks after encountering anyone who came from Texas. Probably not. I'm like,
I still plan, if this all goes away, I'll be making more trips out your way.
Sweet. You gonna DJ at my wedding?
When is it?
February.
When in February?
Like the 2nd week of February.
Let me check the date, because there's another wedding happening on the 17th or something.
Okay, I'm scheduled to get married on the 13th.
Hopefully that's not. Hold on. I'll look it up in a minute.
Okay.
If not, then yes, I'll plan on being there.
Plus, Megan will get to go to Dallas for a weekend.
She'll love that. Bryant, check your email. No, I never saw season 7 of the Clone Wars. Wasn't interested. I did read the book on writing, Bali. That's great. That's awesome that you called that. Yeah, I haven't read any one of his novels, but I want to. I just haven't gotten around to it. Have you read Stephen King novels, Amelia?
I have not. I have a sister who loves. She's read it a couple times, like all the way through. And she's read 1 or 2 of his other books, but I personally haven't read any of his works. I'm not really into the horror genre or thriller.
Yeah, me neither. Hold on, let me try to find. I mean, I can't say I'm not, because I haven't read it. Stig, for some reason, you're not popping up. I know you did send me something, so hold on just a moment, Stig. I'm going to get you in here. I always enjoy having Stig in there.
Is Stig somebody that I already have encountered before?
He's a guy that he guest stars on everyone else's YouTube channel. Cool. The Fall of Reach and Flood. I read both of those, Bali. Those were the 2 I read. Did Troy Denning write those? Is that what you're saying? I'm behind in my comments. Let me catch up here.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
Hey guys.
Here. All right.
Oh, yeah,
right
answer to your question about Star Wars authors and Halo, Karen Traviss and Troy Denning have both written Halo.
Karen Traviss also wrote. That's why I hate.
That's favorite Star Wars author.
That's who it was. Thank you.
Your favorite Star Wars author, as we all know.
What do you think about the idea proposed in Supernatural Encounters? Ooh, Rocky, you've read it. That canon is actually a parallel universe. Okay, all right, Rocky. Stop listening to Joe. I love Joe. He's I haven't talked to him in a while. but he's a really good friend of mine. If you don't know, Supernatural Encounters, I think that's Joe's, right? He tries to make the connection. He loves everyone. He loves the idea of both canons coming together, and I'm not for that. However, if you've read it, Rocky, it makes sense, doesn't it? And that's what I hate about Joe. He makes sense. If you listen to him too much, you'll start believing him. Now, I am firmly against that, but I can't argue Joe's point. Because obviously alternate dimensions exist because of the Marvel comic books. I think one issue for sure when Lando goes. And then, of course, West End Games is other space. We know we don't know parallel universes. Well, yes, we do. I think in Marvel it's a parallel universe. And
What's the technical difference between a parallel universe and an alternate dimension?
Alternate dimension. Well, I mean, maybe there's not.
Or are those two? Or yeah, because I was always under the impression that those were two terms for the.
Well, let's ask Adam. He's the expert in parallel and alternate dimensions.
Oh, geez, put me on the spot.
Tell us all about physics.
Bali, I've read First Strike. Oh, see, here it is in the chat, and I didn't even see it. I'm sorry, Tyler. If Chris would come on, hold on, Chris. Chris is like the Yeti, the Sasquatch. If you can spot him, it's like really good. If you can talk to him, that's even better.
See, I don't think I've ever been on the same call as Chris Nelson. I've been on the same call as Callum Johns when he looked strangely like Chris Nelson. But I've never been in the same call as Chris Nelson.
Huh. Craig Bear also wrote.
Yes, the most legendary Star Wars author ever.
Well, he wasn't, but I know what you mean.
I couldn't even get through like 2 or 3 chapters of Rogue Planet. I tried it and I was just like...
Matthew, no, but you know what, buddy? I was just thinking about this. I'm going to make that a Matt chat for next month. I'm going to talk about why I don't listen to the audiobooks. But Matthew, was it you that asked that question to me a long time ago? The past month, someone asked me that question. I said, let me think about, well, I wanted to talk about it, but I didn't have time. And then I said, I need to make a Matt chat out of that, but I am going to do a Matt chat out of that one. Now, hold on just a moment. Let me see if I can get Chris. Let's see. That'd be amazing. Let's see if he'll show up.
Hey, Adam, I like your Jaws Funko Pop.
Oh, thanks.
That's really cool.
Yeah, he's okay, I guess. All right.
Came complete with the tank inside the mouth.
All right. Hold on just a
That's
moment.
gorgeous. How much was that one?
Like $20.
Not bad.
There it is. Why is that not popping up, Stig? Your email wasn't popping up on my search, but there it is. You're right.
Well, my other books fell. Whoops.
Oh, just a minute. Sorry. There we go.
So, Matt,
All right.
are you planning Yub Nub's Halloween special yet?
No. You know, someone reminded me. Someone told me the other day, what did I do during quarantine? I went on vacation, Michael. I just got back this week.
Matt, you're gonna kill somebody's grandmother.
Week and a half. Week and a half.
I saw Megan's pictures of your vacation. You all look so great.
The beach. Oh man,
Your wife is gorgeous.
Thank you.
Like she had like a really nice profile. I don't know if she shows you the picture she posts on Facebook, but her profile picture is a picture of you and her. And her hair is just like flowing in the breeze, and it's like really long and pretty. I'm like, oh, I love Megan.
Matt, you didn't bring me on vacation.
And Matthew Callis is good. Whoa,
and
look
of
at
course,
this.
the babies are just adorable. I just like can't wait to cuddle them again.
Hold on, Chris. Shatterpoint. This is what we get. But this is
Chris,
good.
you look different today.
Folks, if you don't, you need to subscribe to
It's just gonna
You
get the
gotta
whole expanded
subscribe.
universe right there.
You got to subscribe to this channel because, and Stig, I see, I'm gonna get you in just a minute, because Chris will bring out a video only every 2 years, okay? But when it comes out, it's just bam in your face. It gets you thinking, and it's fantastic. It's worth I promise you. You can even sign up and ring that bell for reminders because you won't be bugged by reminders because he rarely. But when he posts, I'm being honest. I had no idea that the vinyl of Shadows of the Empire was even coming out. I thought at first when he saw it, I commented too quick. I was like, I think I did. I was like, where did you find that? He went, it's out now. I was like, it's out now? Because I was like, I don't remember them being a record, but I remember he showed it real quick, and I automatically sent a comment in there without. Sometimes I'll do that without watching the rest of the video. I'll be like, what? I got to make a comment real quick. But that is awesome. Is awesome. Stig, welcome.
Hi.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Stig, did I talk to you today? No, last night.
Yeah, I think you swung by Alora's coffee chat.
I can't remember what day if it was this morning or yesterday or.
I've been on her channel twice in a day.
Yeah, you've been on there a lot lately.
Oh, it's my aftershave.
Yes, Matthew. I think Catalyst was good. I'm trying to catch up on these. I guess. Oh, I don't remember Catalyst.
Catalyst is new canon.
I was about to say that's new canon.
Oh, then no. I didn't read Catalyst then. I'm sorry.
Are you mixing that up with one of the Fate of the Jedi books, maybe?
I thought
they
maybe.
All had
I
like singular word titles, and some of them were like kind of like, I don't know.
Oh, someone even said Matt doesn't read. There you go. You answered. Oh, here you go.
Knows you.
Stig, have you read the
Yes.
Callistia trilogy?
Mm-hmm.
And should he read it?
Yeah. They're not the best, but they're entertaining.
There you go. Wait, where'd Chris go?
I was about to say, did we lose someone?
I don't know. I hope not.
I didn't scare him off, did I?
Yes, you did. With your shark. With your
Maybe he really
shark.
doesn't. Maybe he really doesn't like the Callista trilogy.
So, Matt, what is the best thing that has happened in 2020?
Look at this guy. Hold on. Let me see if I can get Benjamin on here too. Benjamin, folks, I'd really like to have Benjamin on here. Let's see. He's my co-host for Saturday Morning Salmon Flange. He moved away and came back, and I haven't had him on the podcast yet because I've had to pre-record a ton of them because I've been so busy. But he's a really awesome guy. Anyway, what was your question, Amelia? Oh man,
I forgot.
and like that.
You asked what was.
He's
I
gone.
think-
What was the best thing that happened in 2020?
Nothing. Maybe my vacation. Anything prior to March 14th, or whenever I had to leave work. Whenever all this crazy crap went down. Did we play games earlier this year, or was it last
That
year?
was November of last year.
Okay, that was the best thing that happened in 2020 to me.
Except it happened in 2019. So
I don't care. It was close enough.
You're just going to start taking memories from 2019 and copying and pasting them in 2020.
I will tell you this. I just recently, someone texted me and said, Matt, don't you usually do your top 100 board games, vintage games by now? I was like, no, that's not till the fall. And I went, oh, coming up. And I looked, I said, sure enough, I have to start doing them. I was like, oh no. But I'll be honest, our game of Queen's Gambit was a good epic game. It was an
that was
epic
a lot
game.
of fun. Even if I lost at the very end, I was like winning. I had him like almost.
She had me, but she was beating me down, and I finally won. But she was holding Anakin off on the Starfighter.
I killed like all his main characters. He just had like a bunch of random soldiers.
I think I only had Obi-Wan left, but I was surrounded by droidicars, and she was slowly just hitting me. Slowly, because it's hard to hit a Jedi.
public yet, or is it still just?
Yeah, it's out. It's out. I had to break it up into 2 parts, but all that stuff came out.
Yeah, I didn't know if you had the link just for people who had the link, or if it was public for anyone.
I did, but I made it. I told Brian I was going to make it public. Back, I can't remember, a couple months ago. I did. I released them all. No, I released them all on the on Star Wars Expanded Universe, the expandeduniverse.com.
Nice. Okay.
That's why I did, because I said, hey, look, I really want to. I think it was in April. I said I really want to just get these out, and and so I asked Brian because enough time had gone by then. He said, sure. So I just released them all, but it was so much. I just wish someone else could have held the camera and just kind of got, instead of just a static shot, just have us go around the board and do that.
Yeah.
On that one especially, because that one took a lot longer than the other games, but we had so much fun. It was so much fun.
In the time it took Matt to set up the game, I was able to make a pizza run, come back, and he was still setting up the game.
Carl Perkins is the other guy. Thank you, Small Time, for $1 Million Band. You are correct.
Oh, yeah, the $1 Million Quartet. They have
$1 Million Quartet. That's what it is.
Yeah, there was a Broadway musical. Me and my dad went to go see that. So
maybe that lady that owns the channel I'm on all the time is in the chat.
Oh, is she here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that pays for my channel.
I'll get her in. Hey, can y'all answer this? Because I don't know. Is there an unabridged audiobook for?
I don't do audiobooks, so I actually wouldn't know.
There wasn't back in the day, but is there now?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I was looking at some of the Thrawn books from EU, and I didn't see any.
Deaf and very ADHD, so I just avoid audiobooks because they don't really do anything for me.
Yeah.
I think audiobooks are great for some people, but I'm not able to follow them even before I developed the level of hearing loss that I currently have. I just wasn't able to follow along. Other people, it works a lot better than following a standard, book with paper.
Okay.
It's cool how they have sound effects and music in them, though.
Excellent. This is a Janice Solo figure.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Yeah. A friend of mine gave me that one. That's going to be featured in future videos. Rocky, it's West End Games. If I said Fantasy Flight, I'm sorry, but it's West End Games. It's called Other Space and Other Space 2.
Hey, Matt, regarding that Jaina Solo figure, have you ever seen a movie called Pay It Forward? And if so, do you want my address?
I have.
What is that movie, and why did Matt have that beautifully excited look?
I just recorded a podcast where I mentioned Pay It Forward. That's with Harry Joel Osment or whatever.
Yeah, I was just trying to get you to give me the Jaina Solo.
Oh.
Is that his favorite movie?
Okay, folks, I want to welcome a good friend of mine, Benjamin. I just recorded a podcast where stop me. Hey.
Hello there.
Hello, friends and nerds and fellow companions. Just
Yay.
to say hello. That's all. I was in How to Succeed with Matt before it got so unceremoniously booted. So
Press F for How to Succeed.
But also, folks, he's also been my co-host in the past for Saturday Morning Samoflange, and will be once again.
And will be once again. Yes.
Will be once again. It's just gonna be a while because I've just been so busy. August.
Been so busy out on the beach, hanging out with my beautiful family in the sunshine.
I'm telling you.
So Benjamin, are you a singer?
I try just the same. And Matt, we get up there and we can carry notes and not have people throw things at us. But I mean, wouldn't consider myself a singer. But it's fun to do musical theater either way. Get up there and sing and dance and pretend.
Mm-hmm. Pretend that you're good at it.
Matt says that everybody's good at everything.
Stig is awesome at breakdancing.
See what I tell you?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Matt.
I'm pretty sure the only times I've sung on Matt's channel has been like me singing One Day More, because whatever singing
Hold up.
That's the only song I can think of.
Offer to sing Les Mis on Matt's channel. I mean, I'm all for it. You have a captive audience, at least 2. Hey.
Oh, should we divide up the parts?
Yeah.
We all sing all the parts.
Go. You're singing.
You have to sing all the parts, Amelia.
Right. All the guy parts, all the girl parts.
Another day, another destiny.
Yeah. Yeah. You want this to go viral? Get her to do that. That would be
the second time. One day more. I love. Oh my gosh. Oh, gee, check your email.
And yet with you my world has started. One day more, tomorrow you'll be far away. I cannot hit those high notes.
Golly.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
I love when we are parted.
Dang, Amelia. You need to come over my way and be in a show.
I'm just like doing this now, everything.
Right, that's what I was doing.
Concert playlist.
Right.
All right. Stig, are you going to sing?
No.
No. Forget it.
I try to get you to sing.
You and Megan still have Disney Plus.
We do have Disney Plus, yeah.
Did you watch The Most Glorious Thing on Disney Plus to ever happen to Disney Plus?
Oh, I think I know where this is going.
Are you talking about what?
Alexander Hamilton.
Oh yeah, no, I saw that. I'll be honest, I enjoyed it. It was a little overrated to me before, because everyone overhyped it, and so I was expecting this.
Don't spoil it. I'm literally seeing it for the first time tomorrow with Amy and a few other nerds.
No, it's good.
Hamilton defended the U.S. Constitution against China.
I won't spoil anything, but hold on. Yes, you're not on camera.
Hi, Megan.
Be on camera.
Amelia.
We'll see other people. Hey, Matt.
Benjamin's here too.
Hi.
Matt. There's Megan. Kim will say hi to Megan.
Hey, Kim. You can say hello. She's not going to be on camera.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Kim, you look great.
You look great.
It's 11:30. I'm having a popsicle.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, that is
We're
how it
talking about
is.
Star Wars books and theater and things.
Okay.
Do you know if there's an audiobook version to the Grand Thrawn or the Admiral Thrawn trilogy?
No.
Which actually I wanted to ask about because I think there is an audiobook version of it.
Well, there is, but he was asking if there's an unabridged version, which I don't think there is.
Well, see, I started listening to the whatever there is that's out there, and they add in like sound effects and crap. I'm guessing for the ADHD people who can't get through it. But
yeah, I'm ADHD and deaf, so that like doesn't do much for me.
I don't. I'm listening to the unabridged Harry Potter right now all the way through, but then I turned on the Thrawn trilogy again because I was one of the people asking you, Matt, about going back to that series. And then they started throwing in Chewbacca roars and blaster sounds and like, why? They don't need to do this.
Yeah, and again, I'm gonna Matthew asked the question in the chat, and I'm gonna answer that in the Matt chat. One of my little short videos where I answer these things because there's a few things about audiobooks I do not like personally, but
a lot of things.
Audiobooks are very popular. I understand why people like listening to them, and I'm fine with that. But it's just not my preferred method of going through the book.
Preferred, sure.
Matt, you were about to tell us why you felt Hamilton was overrated, and then we got
No. I won't because I don't want to spoil it for Benjamin. But I will say this, Benjamin, and I will say this to Amelia: the King steals the friggin' show.
Yeah, he does.
Of course. You know that's Kristoff from Frozen, right?
Yes. He absolutely steals the show. So, but like I said, it was just built up like to be the epic of most epic. I'm thinking Les Mis,
Right.
And
I think a lot of it was because so I actually saw it live like a year and a half ago. I think it for some reason it drew in a lot of people who just aren't into theater in general.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah. And I think a lot of the hype is that it's people who don't normally go see musicals or plays. Who are like just falling in love with it. So that definitely contributes to the hype.
I want to. Is Kim still there?
She's right there, hiding off camera, eating her popsicle.
Kim.
Yes, I miss you, Matt.
Yeah. I want to tell the story about how Kim and Benjamin first got to know me. They came to my apartment before I'd gotten there. They knew my roommate.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
we remember this.
I'm sure I was just, there was a reason I was single for so long. And I was going to let Kim tell them why, but they came in, they were visiting my roommate, and I wasn't there yet, but they saw there was the Star Wars encyclopedia. In fact,
not just any Star Wars encyclopedia.
I remember that now.
Now she remembers the story.
This novel, this was the encyclopedia that was sitting on the coffee table. But and that's interesting. He has a Star Wars encyclopedia,
but better.
Either Benjamin or Kim picked it up, and they noticed there was a bookmark in the encyclopedia.
So Matt comes in and says, "Hi, I'm Matt." And
hold on. And Benjamin goes, "There's a bookmark in here. Is he reading through the encyclopedia?"
Like one page at a time. And he didn't unabashedly admitted to it instantly.
And when I walked in, I was like, "Oh, hi, people."
Right.
And I take this back. I think Benjamin and I had met once before because he was in a show with my little brother, and I'd met him then.
Right.
But we weren't friends.
We didn't really
met him. So I was familiar with him. He said, "This is my sister Kim." I'm like, "What's up?" And and then he goes, "Are you reading this?" And I know I have no chance with Kim at this point.
I thought that was cool because I'm a nerd.
Because I was like, "Oh," and I was like, "Yeah," yeah.
Have you been in any of Matt's prank videos?
I'm
Not
afraid
The ones where he'll troll, the ones where he's trolled the community college on day one,
Just
or
to
anything
let
like
you
that.
know, Stig, by the way, is Alora coming in? I sent her an invite.
I don't know.
I
told her she was allowed to.
Yeah. Thank you for giving her permission.
No, I think she. I think she's,
What kind of accents do you have? Where are you from?
I'm from Norway.
Ah, nice.
Norway, yeah. Stig is great, man. He has his own channel, but he doesn't do anything on it because he's always on everyone else's channel. I mean, everywhere I go, this guy is he's that actor that guest stars on all these other shows. You've seen his face before. He's just so popular.
Yeah, they just asked.
James Woods again.
Yeah.
But anyway, I can't remember what I was going to say next. Totally lost where we were talking about.
So we've been friends ever since then.
Oh, we've been friends ever since then. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I asked if I could be your friend after that moment.
Yeah, I remember you saying, "Well, do me a favor. I want to watch Star Wars with you. You don't want to watch Star Wars with me." He said, "No." He said, "I want you to watch." He said, "And I want you to tell me everything that happens from the books that wasn't told in the movie." I said, "Benjamin, I would be talking all through the movie." He went, "No, that's what I want." It's
that's what I'm asking for.
No, that'd be terrible. But
I would still love it. I'm still requesting it, and we still haven't done it 20 years later.
We'll do it.
Okay, good. Okay.
We'll do it.
And we'll stream it. How about we stream it when we do it and see if you don't shut up, and then everybody else can watch you do it too.
People who watch these Q&As.
Tim would watch that.
That'd be awesome.
People who watch the Q&As know this of me. I've spoken about Benjamin, not by name, but I've told you that a long time ago, there was a group that actually played Westing Games Star Wars RPG. Well, that group was headed by Benjamin. And Kim was a part of that group too, wasn't she?
I wasn't paying attention.
I don't know.
We're
paying attention.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, you did the RPGs and everything back then. So, and I was invited, but I didn't show up because I was into video games still back then. And I totally wish I had been, because then when I'd hang out with them later on, they tell me about all these fantastic adventures they had. I'm like, well, that sounds awesome. Yeah. But yeah, that's Benjamin there.
Yeah, that was a blast.
Let me get to some of these. I'm sorry, I've been ignoring comments. Is anyone going to watch the DC fandom tomorrow? Fandom. Don't know what it is. Anyone?
No, I know what you're talking about there.
I'll be at work, but it's supposed to be showing all the new upcoming DC stuff, like the Batman movie and the Snyder Cut and stuff like that.
Oh, so it's basically their own Comic-Con.
Virtually, yeah.
Cool.
That's awesome. I mean, I think that stuff like that still happening is great. If however it has to happen, it's gonna happen. Like even if it's crap, it's just happening. Like it's great.
Bash, I don't know. Star Wars scripts work better on paper than on film. No, they work good on film. Oh, looks like Tyler's going to DC fandom. There she is.
Hello.
She's here. Hello. That's an invite. Let me see. Oh, everyone's saying
hello.
Hello. A lot of hellos here. Hello, quality. Do you have lots of Star? Yes, I have all the magazines, Insiders, Gamers, and that's because I got them.
You need to do another library tour video at some point.
Say what?
You need to do another tour of your library at some point.
I do. I did one a long time ago, but everyone keeps asking for another one. I guess that one got lost.
In like your Matt's Expanded Universe, I think it was like early on in the series, like maybe even 20 or 30 videos in. You did a special episode where you just toured your library.
Do another one. See, here's everyone telling me that there is an unabridged Thrawn trilogy, and that was probably 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, I'm going in to look right now to see if it was just crap or not. Whatever.
Oh, hey Matt, I found a volume 1 of the Clone Wars micro series on eBay for guess how much?
How much?
$5.
That's a good deal.
By the way, Matt, I was wanting to let you know when you were showing off your Black Series figure, like I actually found a Darth Malak Funko Pop the other day.
Oh yeah, I heard they made that.
Yeah, and like they're making Revan's lightsaber.
Oh,
like,
cool.
Where did you get that? Is it just like at GameStop or somewhere like that, or is it everywhere?
I think so. I think it be like Think Geek or GameStop because I was with my wife the other day, and
owned by GameStop. So if it's at one, it's probably at the other.
They had Count Dooku's lightsaber at Think Geek the other day. So
I apparently do have the unabridged version on here, but I just stopped at the sound effect.
Like well, I'm going to get to what people are making comments on what you said, Benjamin, earlier. But right now, Eric, I want to answer this. I agree with you the same way. I think Stream was a very Stig. You just finished the Kevin J. Anderson Jedi Academy trilogy, right? Have you finished it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you like Stream?
Didn't like anything in it.
Full stop.
Glad to have him on the show. Anyway, I absolutely loved Stream, Eric, and I do agree. I think they should have done more with him. I liked him.
That's going to be my
Maybe
review of the Star Wars prequel
He's a
movies
hater.
from now on. I didn't like anything in it.
Wedge slept with a chicken lady in it.
Oh.
Don't start with chicken leg.
What came first, the chicken or the egg? Wrong. It was Wedge.
All right. What's the end of that comment there? I love the sound effects. I like them if I'm
Cleaning your driving.
yeah.
Tyler also enjoys the sound effects.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Matt, I bought something you'll approve of.
What's that?
Yesterday. One of the daily on Solo books.
Yeah, one of it.
Oh yeah, how was those?
I haven't read it. It's on the way from eBay.
Okay. Stig, I actually enjoy Brian Daley's. There's a lot of people who love Brian Daley's Han Solo trilogy. There's a big argument on what's better, the AC Crispin or the Brian Daley. To be honest, anyone's right on that, but I prefer Brian Daley's just barely over AC Crispin's. Adam, have you read any of those?
I've read it.
I read one of them.
Stig, you were going to say something?
Oh, I said I've read one of them at Star's End. I really liked it.
Yeah,
but it was
Brian
awesome.
Daley was good.
Proper retro feel to it.
I've read AC Crispin's. I got it right here.
Okay, I love that hardback paperback. That came out with Barnes and Noble just a few years ago, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
There you go. Oh, show it again. There it is. Yeah.
Nice.
That is a beautiful picture of Jabba the Hutt.
Oh, very cool.
Glorious.
It's even kind of got like the bookmarks right there.
Oh, yeah. See, I love that.
Yep.
Look at this. Reading through the original Star Wars Central Chronology. Look at that. See? I'm glad. See? I've read through both of those.
So there are other people like you out there, is what you're saying, that reads.
These
I don't know if it was
these are my
that
people.
encyclopedia, Matt. I'm almost convinced it was more obscure than that. the encyclopedia. It was like the Star Wars encyclopedia of vehicles or something like that.
Oh, was it the vehicle? Oh,
It was like even more obtuse than just an encyclopedia. It was like a specific that was it. That was it.
Okay, so never mind. It was this one.
So you're like reading a bookmark halfway through, like the YT bombers and whatever walkers they're everything, and I was just like, what is happening right now? And it was just the best.
Matt, if it makes you feel it better, I got like 9 Marvel and DC encyclopedias behind me, so
no one's making fun of Matt, that's for sure. No one.
That was the first time I met Kim, and I was like, hey, she's cute. And then I was like, oh, wait, she saw the bookmark.
Deal breaker.
No breaker. No way. This is what this guy's doing on a Friday night.
And it was a Friday night.
Yeah, it was.
And how do your Friday nights compare now, 20 years later, Matt?
Great. I spent the Megan had practice, so she was gone. So I spent the night with I spent the evening with 2 really cute chicks who dig me every once in a while. They yelled and screamed at me and cried a lot sometimes too. But it was okay. Then but they're party poopers. They fell asleep very quick.
Are they literal party poopers?
Literal.
Well, don't worry. They'll be up all night in intermediate things calling for me, so.
Hey, Matt.
How many words are they saying each now?
Say what?
How many words are the girls saying now?
A few words here and there. Mama, daddy. It's funny because they'll say mama, mama, mama. And when mama doesn't come, they go, okay, let me try this. Dada. Like maybe he'll come. I mean, if the best thing can't come see me, maybe dad will maybe come. Anyway, Stig, what was your question? I'm sorry.
Oh, you have a super chat from Alora. I allowed her to dig into the budget of her own channel.
Oh no, I have a super chat.
Like a technical ship manual. That's what it was.
Kim just busted up in my room. Says no, it was the technical ship encyclopedia of vehicles. She remembered it too.
That's awesome. Okay, thank you, Aura. It says getting ready to have movie night with my daughter. I'll hop on the next match. Okay, well that's great then. That's fine. What movie are you watching? And thank you. So kind. You know what movie she's watching. Let me catch up on some of these comments here. Want to read about Vector Prime? Yeah, hey, you have plenty of time. I think mid-September I'll get around to it.
Have you done the review yet, or are you still waiting?
I haven't recorded it yet. I'm going to sit down throughout the next few weeks and start recording again. It's just August is a really busy month for me.
That's a good question.
Did y'all hear about this? Everyone throwing a hissy fit because Boba Fett killed a woman in a comic book, and so now they think Star Wars hates women.
No, let's not do that. I want to
know
this question. Is there any precedent for that?
I'm sorry, what?
Is there precedent for that? The second part of his question.
Who?
In the EU, has that happened?
I can't remember specific examples.
Have they killed women?
I mean, Mara Jade.
As overtly.
Boba Fett killed women. I'm pretty sure the answer is yes. I can't think of specifics, but I'm pretty sure in the old EU the answer would be yes.
So is the only difference then that before it was implied, and now it's like this girl had it coming by Boba Fett or whatever.
I don't know. I haven't read an EU book in years, ominously. So I can't.
There was a lot of women being killed willy nilly in the comics.
Right. I think the main thing is, I mean, obviously Boba Fett's really a merchant, so he's.
Imagine a
you
villain.
don't really often see, personal vendettas.
Yeah.
I mean, you see a little bit of that, but for the most part, if he kills someone, it's because he's getting paid to do it.
Yeah, and by the way, he'd kill anyone. Come on, get out of here.
Imagine a villain
Gender
killing a
doesn't
woman.
matter. It's
So
like what everyone is saying. This is 2020. Gender doesn't matter. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Hold on, Stig. What were you saying?
I'm sorry. This is being, never mind.
No, what were you saying, Stig? And then
I said, imagine a villain killing a woman, though.
yeah.
I mean, how villainous.
Benjamin, what were you going to say there?
How dare they have villains do bad things?
Oh, Benjamin froze. Or he's thinking really deeply.
Carbonite.
I lost everybody for a second.
Oh, there it is. Hey, so I am excited about the new Dune books.
Yeah.
Esteban. I'm by the way, I'm almost finished with Children of Dune. I'll finish this tomorrow, and I will hop on. I'm reading them in chronological order right now. So the next one is Winds of Dune. Winds of Dune is a newer book from Kevin Jansen and Brian Herbert, and then I'll read God, Emperor of Dune, which is Frank Herbert again. So I'm almost done with all of them, but I think I'm going to wait until they all come out before I read them all, because I don't like waiting for the next book to come out.
Benjamin, I was going to say, when your screen unfroze, it was like perfect time because your face was like this. And you're like, hey, guys, you know?
Yeah, you were frozen for a solid second.
Yeah, it was just funky internet stuff, I guess. But I'm glad for the good timing. It's one of the few times I've ever been frozen on stage, and I actually looked pretty cool. So that works for me. I'll take it. Normally, when the lights go out or technical difficulties happen and you're in the middle of stage, it's like the most awkward moment in the entire show, and you're just stuck there hanging until they fix the lights or something. But whatever. Matt's the king of that.
I have to pop
Matt
off.
is the king of improv when stuff goes wrong on stage, when you're in the middle of a performance and like lights go out.
Hold on, Stig, did you say you had to go?
Yeah, it's past 6 in the morning.
Oh, I'm sorry, Stig. Hey, Stig, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming.
Always fun to be on. It's just, I'm 6 hours or more ahead of you.
You go for it, buddy. Have a good evening or morning.
Take care and be well, and have a good weekend, all of you.
You too, brother.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining.
Good night.
He's a good guy. Okay, hold on. Let me get to some of these. Got a lot of questions here. What are your thoughts on the Call of Duty Cold War Black Ops release? I don't play video games anymore. Guys, any of these video games?
There is a new Netflix series that just dropped about all the retro video games and the rise of it. It's like a little 6-part miniseries or something. I watched the first one. It was really good.
Okay.
Like
I got another.
We grew up playing kind of thing.
Got another super chat. Sorry, I missed this next alt, but I'm getting to it. Marvel Comics versus Dark Horse Rebellion run. Team Marvel. Are you talking about new Marvel comic books or the old ones? Is there a Rebellion in the new comic book for new Marvel? I enjoyed Dark Horse's Rebellion series, if that's what you're meaning. I really did. I thought the Empire series was a mess. I've done reviews on this, but it's been a while, so I thought Empire was a mess. Where I thought the Rebellion run in Dark Horse was really good. There's RK Outpost.
Hello there,
Ryan.
Hello.
I don't know. Ryan, I was watching. See, he had one. Professor Geek had one. Y'all had one. You and Geeks Addict had one going on. And who else did I watch had one? So there were 4 live streams going on at the same exact. I was like, shut up. And it was like popcorn. I was just popping from one to the next. Everyone thought I was in everyone's chat, but I was just popping from one to the next. And then of course I had to take the girls away. And,
Do you have like 3 computers where you're just typing all?
I felt like I did. I had one up on my cell phone, had one of this top, and I was like, "This is awesome." Kept flipping back and forth them. It was really cool. Ryan, I had no idea. The man has 27,000 subscribers now. Wow. I didn't know that. I've known Ryan when he had a couple of hundred subscribers. Is when we first met, I think 600, and it was only a year ago. And that man is blown up on YouTube, and rightfully so. He does a lot of. If you're not subscribed to RK, you can go ahead. You're one of the few now. But he does a lot of he does some Star Wars stuff every once in a while. A lot of it's been based on video games and the DC universe. He's all about the Snyder Cut. Let me ask you this: Snyder Cut, yay! I'm super excited. Or Snyder what? What are your feelings to this?
I'm just kind of like, we'll see what happens.
Okay. Benjamin?
I mean, none of the DC movies have really impressed me much. I love all the DC shows, but the movies are just not very good. So we'll see if this is an improvement or if it's worse or if it doesn't make a difference. I'm probably gonna watch it. I'm probably gonna watch it and then just.
Well, you see with them.
I really
Okay,
like.
if you're talking about the original run of Marvel Exalt, let me answer this question because it was a super chat earlier on. Then I would agree with you. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, it's just the DC movies are just gonna start get confusing because, like, Ben Affleck is supposedly now returning to play Batman one more time. Now we got Robert Pattinson playing Batman, and then Michael Keaton's coming back to play Batman. It's just like Batman's taking over the world, guys.
Batman already took over the world, man. That's like, yeah.
Bruce Wayne is in in a fight to control the world against Disney because they probably both have the same amount of money. So
Bruce Wayne has as much money as all of Disney's shares.
Yes, Tyler, I did see that. I think you were on that stream. OG was talking about it earlier. Yeah, but I heard about it from her. I'm not checking out DC fandom, Cody. Welcome, but I'm not. I got that question earlier. I guess that's going to be a big thing, though. I guess a lot of people are. Big Hero 6. That's a fun movie. That's a fun movie.
Ba la 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 la. That was from Big.
You know what, Evil Ryan. I don't know, since I'm way behind. I don't know when he came into the chat because I probably should have.
Talk about his beard.
Let me see if the I just make a joke because I mean this beard just popped up overnight on his channel. I mean he's always had some gruff, but it actually turned into a full-fledged beard, and it's like Evil Ryan now, or alternate universe Ryan.
Alternate parallel universe Ryan.
Okay, here's another super chat. Exalt, I'm sorry, I keep missing them. I'm gonna get to them. Asking if you prefer Marvel EU or yes, it is Marvel EU the whole way. I love the old Marvel comic books. I did a ton of reviews on those, and I praise them. They are a little silly at times. I agree, but that was the era that we were growing up in. Those comic books were written for kids too, adults and kids. Archie Manning is a legendary comic book writer. Okay, and he and Archie Goodwin, and it's Archie Manning? No, Archie Goodwin. Excuse me. Archie Goodwin is a legendary comic book writer. I don't know if anyone knows who Chuck Dixon is. He was big in the 90s. He wrote a lot of comic books in the 90s, the Batman comic books, the Nightfall series, where Batman gets his back broken. That was Chuck Dixon. Chuck Dixon looks up to Archie Goodwin like he's just awesome. And he can tell a good story. And so not only does Archie Goodwin just put a lot of good effort in there. Who is the other guy? Hold on, I'm going to find his name here in just a minute. There's Russ Manning. That's who I got. I got the two confused. Russ Manning did the comic strip, and both of them together were just phenomenal. And Marvel comic books is Archie Goodwin, but I really do enjoy those. There are some kind of childish tropes here and there, but other than that, though, I really think they're smart ones. And actually, I'll ask you this: what did you think of 108, issue 108, the continuation of that original series that came out last year? I thought it was fantastic.
Matt, I want to know what you consider to be a childish sub.
Okay. Here's what I mean. There's space pirates, and they look like space. They look like old pirates, but kind of space age.
Oh my gosh!
You're kind of like. And then there's these beetles at the end who have these berets. They're like the French revolutionaries, but they wear the little slanted berets or whatever, and it's kind of comical, kind of kiddie, like, okay. And they just look like a bunch of big oversized beetles, and they're drawn goofy, and they're kind of dumb, but they're supposed to be the big threat at the end of towards the end. Okay. So there's a few things that are just,
Gotcha. I was just wondering what it was that makes you say that.
Yeah, that's what I mean by that. Oh, see, everyone's a big Snyder fan. Oh, Tyler, please tell me that has to be a joke. Tyler, now I'll be honest, I hate Superman as a character, but I thought Man of Steel was awful.
Yeah, I love Superman as a character. We've had this argument before that I love Superman as a character, and I walked out of that movie and lost a friendship because she loved it so much. No. I was just like, I can't be friends with you anymore. It was just the worst.
Did I say I love? I mean, I hate Superman, but.
No, I know you hate Superman. That's what we disagreed on.
But the Snyder Cut is going to be nothing but teetotal garbage, and I have someone here who's going to agree with me, folks.
Wrong.
Boom. Yeah, it's impressive.
Thank you, Amelia. I just wanted to come in and say I heard something. We were talking about, people might get confused if there's this Batman and this Batman. Y'all ever heard of the multiverse? And then also, I mean, I got a bunch of stuff right here.
Crisis on Earths or whatever they called the thing with the. They already had every version of Batman and Superman and everyone else in their TV shows. Like they brought in stuff from
the CW is for women, Amelia. So it's like I know why you like it, and I get why you like it. But there's tons of different Earths. They only showed a couple. They did show Michael Keaton's Earth in that Earth 89. They did show Michael Keaton's, so they tied that in already. And they also obviously tied Ezra Miller into that during the Flash episode, which ties in Ben Affleck. But I've got a whole bunch of stuff here that I've heard rumors that people want a different universe continued. So I mean, I think that falls right in line. I'm all about multiverses now in DC and in Star Wars. So I'm all for it. I'm looking forward to DC fandom.
I know you are, but I'm sorry, Mr. Kennel. Can I speak to your son Ryan? Though I actually invited him on the. Okay.
No, it's his bedtime.
Yeah, I heard that they were going to be exploring the multiverse, like in the Flashpoint movie coming out or something.
Yeah, so the Flash movie is supposed to be an adaptation of Flashpoint, which what it sounds like is instead of, if you're familiar with the Flashpoint story, instead of him going to try to go back in time to save his mom and it's slightly altering things, instead of that, he's probably going to go back in time to do that, and it's going to open up the multiverse to him. That's kind of what it sounds like. And we heard rumors about 3 months ago that Ben Affleck had basically already agreed and signed a contract to do 5 movies or 5 things, whether they were movies or a TV series on HBO Max, a streaming series or whatever. And people kind of said, whatever, I guess we'll see what happens. Then this news comes out. This might be that first appearance that we're hearing of. It might not just be a little cameo. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited. Ben Affleck, I loved as Batman. And
I did too. I did too. I did too. I didn't mind Ben Affleck. That's the one controversial thing that people hated. And I loved Ben Affleck as an older Batman. I thought he did a good job. But I hated Man of Steel. I hated Superman Batman. Cody says Birds of Prey was better than Man of Steel. Cody, I'm not a Birds of Prey fan, but I know Ryan would agree with that statement.
Hey Ryan, so do you have an objection to the CW show, or is it more just like they're just really melodramatic and soap opera-y?
I actually loved the first like initial Arrowverse. Like I loved the first couple seasons of Arrow. I really liked the first season of Flash because Arrow to me was darker back then. Back when we saw that distance between Oliver and Felicity, and then they gave us Olicity too quick, and Oliver Queen became some little.
I hate season 3 through 5 of Arrow. I did not like 3 through 5. I've watched almost all the Arrowverse shows, and I feel like The Flash is the one that's consistently good.
The problem, I
feel like a lot of their social commentary is written by people who don't know what they're talking about.
Yes, so I think that
they're trying to make points, and yet they don't know whether it's economic commentary or social commentary or like sexual or racial minorities. It is written by people who do not know what they're talking about, and it is annoying.
I think that CW, they probably looked at who's watching their TV shows in general and decided to go
so bad.
And decided to go full force into that demographic, forgetting all of these other people that were watching for your DC shows because they weren't necessarily that way. And then all of a sudden it became, Supergirl was terrible, talking about whether it was racial stuff, whether it was political stuff. Supergirl was bad. Batwoman was so cringe, it's almost unwatchable.
I actually found Batwoman a little bit better on the commentary. Like, not that I really wanted the show to be social commentary. I found it a little bit better than Supergirl with like how it was written and handled. Yeah, I felt like Batwoman did a slightly better job than Supergirl. Supergirl is just like it's written by like straight white people who feel bad about being straight and white and rich.
and then with Arrow and Flash, they should have eventually just changed those titles, because to me it's almost not. It was not about Arrow anymore. It was not about Flash.
Team that he was working.
It's about everybody else, and it's like I get having these side characters, but
consistently good. I mean, obviously some seasons and episodes are better than others, but I feel like overall it's the one that like you can generally expect it to be like the superior show. And then Legends of Tomorrow, it's such a mixed bag. And then sometimes it's like, we invented a sentient Tickle Me Elmo, our off-brand Tickle Me Elmo, who's helped us save the world. Yay, team!
I'm good with. That's
also,
why I say that.
Demon who turned us all into puppets.
That's why I say that I think the multiverse, they're going full force into the multiverse. They just are, which means that Robert Pattinson's Batman is going to exist. The Snyderverse is going to exist. These CW shows are going to exist. And I think that is actually a really cool thing, because no matter what you like, you're going to have something. And it's not going to be like, oh, well, sorry, if you don't like Christian Bale's Batman, this is the only one you're having for 10 years. They're opening it up and allowing more stories to be told within their universe. And we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, because fans aren't stupid. Come on, get at it. They can tell the difference in what happens in this timeline to another one. And I'm glad they're finally doing it.
We should label the alternate universe as something super ridiculous like Legends, just so like in case they don't get it mixed up with all new content. And then we should discontinue that alternate universe just so they don't get confused.
Fans
but I wish the EU
we're getting the Snyder Cut because they wouldn't stop asking about it. And so, like, if it's bad, that's on fans. Then in that case, I mean, either way, it's probably gonna be bad. But
hey, Ryan, we should do a video sometime where we just like dissect the CWDC shows and like rant about them, talk about what they've done right, talk about what's ridiculous. Supergirl social justice commentary.
Yeah, actually, go ahead.
Well, go ahead, Aaron.
Well, I was going to say, I actually met someone from the CW shows. It was Malcolm Merlin, John Barrowman.
Oh, nice.
He's an awesome dude to meet.
I went to the same school as Candace Patton.
Say what?
I went to the same school as Candace Patton.
Oh, so nice. You're all about We Are the Flash then. You're all about Iris West being the Flash, basically. Like the entire show's about her.
What did you think of her arc in this last season?
I'll be honest, I didn't watch last season. I dropped out of all of Arrowverse about 1.5 years ago. It just got too much, specifically Supergirl. I watched Batwoman just to laugh at it.
Oh my gosh.
Literally just for the memes. And I did watch the Crisis crossover.
Okay. Yeah, Iris West Allen had a really interesting arc going through this whole season, but so all the DC Arrowverse shows, with the exception of Arrow, because it only had like 10 episodes or so, were actually cut short by like 2 or 4 episodes each, because of like the coronavirus pandemic. Like they basically had to jump from, we have 4 episodes left, to quick, let's do the finale before Toronto kicks everyone out. So like, yeah, a lot of the story arcs were really cut short, and I think Iris's was one of the ones that kind of got the short end because of them having to cut basically cut their final episodes in half.
Yeah, well, I know like The Walking Dead just stopped, and they like are making like a couple extra episodes to tack on it because they're taking a long break, and then they come back and finish the season with a couple like super long episodes.
How many seasons is that show even on now?
10 or 11, I think.
Supernatural?
10 or 11.
Oh, Supernatural's in its final season, or did that wrap up already?
It didn't wrap up, so they're going to have to do like a TV movie or something.
Yeah, like Rick Grimes or something.
They just keep finding excuses to come back.
But
just like how they keep telling the brothers and bringing them back, they keep finding. I gave up after season 9. So I haven't watched this show in 6 years.
Well, Tyler, that's because he's the big name on this channel right now, so he gets to do what he wants. That's the agreement Ryan and I have. Ryan said, "I'll only come on if I get to steer the conversation." I'm like, "Yeah, totally."
You know, when I invited Matt on my channel when I only had like 300 subs and he was this, the big EU channel, I made this agreement. I was like, hey, if I ever get big, you just have to let me do whatever I want. I'm giving you all this exposure coming on my channel.
And I did, because I said, surely this joker with 300 subs who just started, this double spy is not going to grow big. And then he's at 27,000.
How did you do that? Did you pay somebody?
He did.
No.
Hold on. He did it without even having to take off his shirt and flex his muscles, like Lou Ferrigno.
Now, whenever
are you gonna make us all flex on camera again, Matt?
No, but I'm Adam. What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say, now every time Ryan comes back on Matt's channel, he's just like, when I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
Nice.
No, I thought Ryan's actually said, so Matt, you're still at around 5,000. You've been there for a while. What's going on? You doing videos? Oh, you are still doing videos, but you're not turning on and off your camera at the end of them.
That's what I said. That's why Matt's channel's not growing. He had this big growth back when it was just like, you'd see this and it would just be like, hi folks, I'm Matt, and this is my expanded universe. This is why Timothy Zahn doesn't mean what he says, and then he'd be like, all right, and I'll catch you on the next one.
It's funny because it's true.
Yeah, those were the days. No editing. If he messed up, he just had to redo the take. He'd have pieces of paper everywhere that he'd put up. He would hold his phone up. He'd be like, look at this video I found. And he'd like show it on the phone.
This is why I could never follow through with being a YouTuber.
It's what happens when, your dad gets on YouTube and tries to be cool. Actually,
you're basically calling yourself an old man here.
I still make, hold on, let me blow up my screen for a minute. I still make paper notes. I still do that. You don't get to see them now, but I still have them for everything I go over. I don't know why I can't get over that. I know my cell phone has a note app, and sometimes I put notes in there, but
sometimes it's easier just to write it down.
Kinesthetic thing, kinesthetic learning, whatever.
Everything's on my phone, so.
Well, I think that I remember. I think that I remember more of what I physically write out than what I type. I've always kind of felt that way when I've been taking notes.
It forces your brain to slow down and choose the exact right word, and I think that sticks with me with that exact same thing. So, but I mean, I'll be over at Matt's place after he's getting ready to do a board game review or something like that, or he's prepared it, ahead of time and read it and done the rules, and I'm coming over to do the first dry run of trying out the rules of this new weird game he's got, and it's like pages of little notes that he's have to sift through, and heaven forbid they all fall off the table and get out of order.
They're cliff notes. I actually do the videos. The reviews were first to be done just for me, so I would remember how to play the game. And it used to be a long time ago. I used to say, "Hey, everyone, watch this video, and this video," because those are the games we're going to play tonight. And I found out people weren't watching them, so I would just watch them, and I could get the setup and everything done. But the funny thing is, I didn't know other people were going to be watching those, and I got offended when other people were commenting, going, because I was putting in house rules too back in the old days. And they went, "That's our rule. You made up that rule." I said, "What are you doing watching?" This is back when I had like just a few, a couple hundred subscribers. Like, who do you care? That's for me. Don't watch that video. That's my video. Like I used to do. If you go back
to my public videos.
Oh, say what?
Don't watch my very public videos out
I know, my very public videos on YouTube. Because, I put some of my old videos on there. I've been on YouTube for a while, but the one thing that I have that I don't think Ryan, how many views do you have? Do I still have you on views?
I'm getting
around for like over 10 years on YouTube.
Let me check social, but I'm getting up towards 5 million, I know.
Never mind.
So
that's like hashtag rejected.
I had one video that
the Superman video.
Yeah, the very first one I did that went viral back in the day.
Oh, one of the prank videos?
Back before we knew what viral meant. But I remember there was a bunch of funny home videos in the UK and US, They kept sending me emails saying they want to use my clip. I was like, what are you talking about? I never responded back to them because I didn't know they'd look. I didn't know anyone was watching that YouTube video. I had no idea.
That went viral on YouTube was because of boomers like Matt who didn't realize that the whole world could see it unless you like unlisted it.
Well, I wasn't a boomer
Like
back
the Charlie
then.
Pitt video. Does any like millennials remember that? Like the guy who just uploaded a video of his kids being silly and the baby biting his older brother's finger. 2006 internet.
Charlie, he bit me.
He bit my finger, and that really hurt.
Yeah, Matt, you've got 2.1 million.
Yeah. Now I know what I got.
Well, I think I'm on. Hold on. I had 1 million in the last 28 days. You gonna kick me?
Okay, so
there it went. He knew it was coming.
What a jerk! What a jerk!
You're the one that brought it up. You're like, I bet I got you on this.
Oh no! I said I wonder if I still have you on views, but no, I have nowhere near. I thought I did.
It's all about. It's kind of like you said with the first one you did. It just kind of went off, and you just gotta put enough out there that
you put plenty out there. You put quality videos out there, so it's really good. So you put a lot of hard work into it. So you deserve it all. You know I've said this to you before, but yeah,
I appreciate it. Sports Wars too. Sports Wars has taken off. I'm about to catch myself on Sports Wars.
You did surpass your Sports Wars.
Well, no, Sports Wars is now at 23,000. I've been hitting it hard, so that's about to take me over again with its momentum. So we'll just see.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I commented. You've noticed this. I only watch the baseball videos. I'm not into NBA. I love Jeremy to death, but I just can't. I don't care. The NBA is all full of fools. So why would I,
That's what we're making videos on.
I know.
The foolishness of it all.
Well, I mean,
the NBA to me just is like it's a bunch of multimillionaires shooting free throws, and that's why I don't watch the game. I mean, half the game is that.
And then the stuff that's going on with baseball right now, it hurts my brain. I love baseball, and it just hurts my heart to see baseball just like a butchered version of it. And then you have all this drama going on. Like, it's funny how. What is it? I can't remember what game I was watching, but the bench is cleared. Everyone's getting everyone's faces. No one's wearing a mask. And they're going, well, folks, we're going to try to solve this out as socially distanced as we can. So whatever. Just let them play ball, man. Let them play. The Marlins were stupid to go out and hang out with their pals and buddies and whatnot. Other than that, though, play ball. They can spit. We're seeing them high five. Then we're seeing them stop when someone says, "Hey, you need to stop. They're watching you." Just go out there, have fun. But then the whole thing with Joe Kelly, I don't want to turn this into a sports video because I don't think I have many sports fans. But
we don't want you to turn it into a sports video either.
I know, but I'm just going to say it and just drop it. But it's on Sports Wars. Check it out. Ryan did a video on it, and I agree 4,000% on it. It's just total garbage. And MLB, the MLB and it's how they're driving baseball into the ground hurts my heart. Hurts my heart. They're just cannot stand it.
Yeah, protecting cheaters, and then punishing people for just sending a message to cheaters. So.
And poking the bear, making a joke out of it. Mm-hmm. What happened is there was a guy the Astros were cheating. They won the World Series. They got busted for cheating. They didn't hardly get any. They got a little hand slap.
Cheating like we've never heard of before. Having a camera and knocking a trash can a certain number of times to indicate what the pitch was going to be. Like,
what?
I mean, not like, oh, the guy took steroids, or like, oh, he's stealing signs. No, they had a camera focused on the catcher's groin to see the signs that they were relaying in live time to in between the dugout and the locker room.
Yeah,
and they'd smash a trash can once if it was a fastball, twice if it was a curveball, 3 times if it was a change, whatever it may be.
So they knew what pitch was coming. Wow. So the thing is, though, that's cheating. Okay, so anyway, they get a hand slap. Well, of course, everyone in baseball this year is going to throw at the Astros. So the first person
They
to do
don't-
that didn't even.
They don't get a
hit him.
hand. They don't just get a hand slap, Matt. They didn't get anything. The general manager and the coach got suspended, but every player who participated in that didn't get punished at all. No suspensions,
They
nothing.
lost some draft picks too.
Yeah.
That's why I said it was just a hand slap. It wasn't even. I mean, you could say it wasn't even a dainty hand slap. How about that? But the thing is, though, the first guy threw behind him a couple of times, threw some masters, and then made some faces at him. Walked off the mound. He got suspended for. I mean, it wasn't even that big of a charge. Anyway, so another player in just it's a big hashtag going around Major League Baseball. Free Joe Kelly, the pitcher who, threw the Astros. It's all for fun, and he was going to wear shoes that said that. Well, then the MLB said, no, you can't do that, and it's like. I love his tweet afterward. Did you? Oh no, you did talk about that. I love his tweet afterwards that he fired back at him, MLB for being a bunch of hypocrites. But okay, I'm sorry.
Exalt says conspiracy sports theories. It's not a conspiracy. It was proven and they admitted to it, so it's not a conspiracy. But thanks for trying.
But anyway, I'll move on. I digress. But I just, it's just. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna move on. Moving on.
Hurts your heart too much.
I know. Well, also hurts my heart because the Mets.
The Mets are terrible, and at least you only got to watch them 60 games.
I know. It's so bad. It's so bad. And the thing is, they were. Cespedes. Done.
Cespedes. Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to start with him. But yeah. So I do want things to go back to normal, though. I know they're testing out a. Benjamin, did you hear that we're getting tests of the vaccine?
I did.
Yeah.
Two good
Wait, they're
friends
testing
here.
in Louisiana?
Yeah, they're doing it all over the country, but a couple of my good friends here. Do you know Ariel? And I always forget her fiance's name. Either way, it doesn't matter. But yeah, a couple of good friends of mine signed up for in their early 20s. They're relatively healthy, no big glaring issues, and they were like, sure, we'll do it, we'll test it out. And they're just it's being very controlled, and they got the injection, and they're watching to see how they react to it. So
everyone's getting they're testing out the vaccine. I just hope it goes through just to calm everyone down, so that we can just move on. I'm just so tired of
I'm getting ready for the mass influx of Facebook government microchipping people posts again. That's coming back up soon.
Yeah.
Oh, I have this one friend.
See? Yeah. Right from the first comment right there. Perfect. Yeah.
I have one friend who's taking Corona really seriously and hasn't left her house in 6 months.
I understand.
She's also anti-vax.
I mean, but
so she's just never going to leave her house again.
That's the thing. Yeah, I guess not. Well, I understand people with health conditions and elderly. Yeah, they should. They should safeguard. They should. I agree. I don't know if y'all. There's an epidemiologist who said what we should have done is just lock down every old folks home. That's where the lockdown should have happened, because that's where a lot of the deaths are because it gets into there. They're gone. Same thing with the flu. When you're that old, it becomes a serious, thing. And so I know someone at work, they lost their grandfather just recently due to COVID. He was old. But the thing is, though, it's sad. And people like that, they do need to, and those people need to stay at home. Those people need to, we need to make sure they stay safe and everything. I'm all for that. You wear a mask around those people and stuff. I'm all for that. I'm not for living carefree and licking people's faces. No, I don't think I'm for licking people. Well, maybe. I don't know. But I'm just saying the people who are, with health conditions, my best friend's mom passed away a few weeks ago, actually, months ago. But she had a breathing condition, but she didn't get COVID. But she just eventually her lungs couldn't take it. But if she got it, she would have been gone way a long time ago. But even she said, I won't, because I said, how's your mom? Is she freaking out? He went, no. He said, my mom told me that they should just go back to normal and don't worry. People like her can stay inside, and people can wear masks around her, and people can, she'll be safeguard herself, but they should move on.
That Exalt says, also let's stop talking about Rhoda, politics, and sports.
There you go. Are we talking about? Let's talk about politics next. I'm kidding.
So, who are you voting for, Matt?
Waru, all the way.
Right in candidate.
In my mind, the Geeks Addict has convinced me that Waru is the best candidate. Adam, you'll definitely tell him this for
Hey,
me.
Matt, you're over 35. Why don't you just run?
I should.
I'll write you in.
But I would need at least 27,000 subscribers on my YouTube
you were gonna
to even have a shot.
Well,
You should just get Ryan to endorse you. Tell Ryan
Hey,
to tell all his subs.
great idea.
Well,
Great idea.
Granted, not all your subs are American, but I'm sure a large enough percentage of them are.
I'm only 31, so
but if you tell your subscribers to vote for Matt, that's a good percentage of Americans.
I don't know if I could in good conscience do that. Now, if I was Matt's running mate, that'd be different, but I can't because if he dies, I can't become president. Too young.
Matt, if you win, you just remember like all of us here right now should be on your cabinet, or part of your administration. Yeah.
You should definitely make me Secretary of Defense.
War is love. War is life.
That picture.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, so oh gosh, yeah, no. See, this is what happens when you have Ryan on the channel. You
can't help but talk about really controversial things.
You gotta talk controversial. I mean, this man's had video game publishers go after him. So
they got nothing better to do, I guess. So.
He's won. I just want you to tell me, and we'll save this for a more civilized age, Ryan, but you need to tell me why Boba Fett's racist and a bigot now. You need to.
It's sexist.
Yeah, heaven forbid. Well, so it was a woman of color who was gay. So it's just like the trifecta of.
Wait, who, Waru?
No, not Waru. The character. You know what irritated the heck out of me? I actually did a video on that this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I did two Star Wars videos today, so that's pretty good. But
Tyler G.
Now
Tyler's comment
for the number climbing. That I did 2 Star Wars videos this morning. Says my subscribing count. Anyway,
well, because the Catholic.
Meanwhile, Matt posted a video of a board game where you have to wait in line in Poland.
But the Boba Fett one, I read the comic because I wanted to understand like the situation, and so I have a handy website that I get a discount on. I don't have to pay for it at all. So I read it, and the storyline is about Boba Fett. Well, it's about the character who ended up getting killed working with Valance the bounty hunter, who's a big part of this series.
Really?
Yes, and it irritated the heck out of me that Valance the bounty hunter is a big part of Disney Star Wars canon comic books, because I didn't realize that at the time. And he's like a cyborg, like everything.
I knew after they did 108, they were going to bring Valance over to a mini series with Darth Vader or something. I remember that, and because they really liked the character, but I didn't know that he was still hanging around.
Yeah, I know Bosk appeared in like I think issue 3 of that book, and then they're running around trying to find another character. And right when they find him, Boba Fett had been tracking them there and just shoots this character right in the chest, and everybody freaks out. They're like, all these women die in Star Wars. Shmi dies, Padme dies, Leia dies, and it's like, Carrie Fisher actually died, right? Like they literally essentially desecrated her corpse to recreate her for Rise of Skywalker, like so they could have her have a goodbye, which is stupid. They should just let her die off screen. But the idea that because women get hurt, Star Wars hates women is about the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah,
it's almost like they're not treating women equally.
Well, I always knew that Star Wars hated women. Because
real feminism is making women superior to men. Never kill women or portray them in any negative way.
No, that's why Usain Assad is still alive.
Yeah, exactly. Mara Jade.
You can't. Mara Jade's still
Mara
alive.
Jade.
Mara Jade. And by the way, I honestly think that they kept keeping Admiral Dalla down. That's the reason she failed so many times, is because they were just showing how a woman can't do anything right. So I don't know. No, I'm telling you.
I will say,
it's stupid.
I will say, like, reading the Jedi Academy trilogy, I might have mentioned this when we were complaining about it on More Civilized Age, but I thought it was funny that Dalla like almost cried a couple times. Like, she cried, and I was like, she definitely evolved into a little more cold-hearted. And obviously it was overwhelming for her, but it's like, oh, she's a woman, she's holding back tears.
Now, I've said this before, but I feel like she's a really good character because every defeat she has, I mean, it hits her hard. She's upset, she's broke down, but does she ever quit? No. She picks herself back up and she gets into a better position than before. She slowly, and as the books progress, her story arc, I mean, you got to admit, she is a failed admiral, but then she takes over the empire. And now she's ruling the empire, but then she fails at that. But then what happens? Finally, when a peace treaty signed, who do they vote to run the universe? Dalla, because she just learns from her mistakes and gets better. Of course, she makes more mistakes down the road, but she just keeps moving up. I like that. And it's not because she's dumb, but I don't know. I just, the whole thing that Star Wars hates women, I think that's hilarious because that's what you cater to. And
Kathleen Kennedy hates women.
She does.
The problem for me is that they pandered to this audience. They ignored the people who had been there for years. They even said, we want to make Galaxy's Edge based on the sequel trilogy. We don't want these original trilogy fans, these 50-something-year-olds. We don't want them anymore, right? We want this new audience. They pandered to this audience that didn't actually care about Star Wars. They just cared when they were told that they're going to get representation. You're going to get a female lead in the sequel trilogy. You're going to get a female Jyn Erso lead in Rogue One. But as soon as you do something with those characters that they don't like, as soon as you don't do enough for a female character or enough for a person of color, then they turn on you. And they're not going to stay. They're just going to leave because they don't actually care about Star Wars. And that's the problem.
That's true. That's true. I was laughing at Quality's chat.
No.
Yeah, we're not going to go there.
Yeah.
We go there on our podcast. we don't. But yeah. Let me ask you, Ryan, what are you reading?
I have Champions of the Force sitting out here because I need to finish it for the EU book club that's coming up, I think, next weekend. So that's primarily what I've been reading.
Stig was on here earlier. He said he finished it and absolutely loved it.
He didn't. I guarantee he didn't say that.
Cover to cover. He said this totally redeemed it, and it's the best thing he's ever read.
I don't believe that. I bet he gave it a 4. What did he give it?
A hater.
He's not. No. He just does. He's not a hater. He just doesn't like the Jedi Academy trilogy as much as he likes other stuff.
No. All those Norwegians, man, all they do is just hate.
I think Stig gives pretty fair criticisms and fair grades. When he likes something, he doesn't necessarily give it a 10. I
agree with that. He's not a guy who goes to extremes.
Yeah, but he did not like the Jedi.
No,
the Jedi
he did
Academy
not.
trilogy,
and that's a shame.
I don't necessarily love it either. I do appreciate it.
Talking about all the new characters and shows and everything, I saw in the comments you were flashing up a little while ago, Matt, that someone had written something about KOTOR, and I don't know how. I don't think you've ever played the Knights of the Old Republic games. That was Xbox, I guess, and then KOTOR 2, which are just some of the greatest stories that they've told in a video game medium for Star Wars. And then there's been a rumor kicking around a lot, especially since COVID, that they're trying to make KOTOR into a full-fledged TV series, because after the success of Mandalorian, that all the movie ideas are off the table. They're we're going to do Mandalorian style money from now on, because it was mega worldwide hit. And so anything that was maybe thinking about being a movie is now being pushed towards an episodic, Disney Plus thing, which I hate, but let's not go there. And
right.
I don't know if anybody in this group knew anything else about the KOTOR thing, and if it was going to have either a female lead or a person of color lead or something like that, and they were going to pander to a different audience for that.
Well, let me tell
And
you.
the reason I ask is because I don't care, because that story is so good and it does not need to be butchered because it is beautifully written. And I'm a huge KOTOR fan, so I just really hope that doesn't get pandered to and screwed up.
Well, you're looking at the biggest Baby Yoda fan. That was. I'm kidding. Ryan, what do you know about this rumor?
I have heard it's not just since COVID. It's been around for a while.
Yeah.
Now, specifically, what you talk about them shifting to TV stuff and Disney Plus, The Mandalorian, although got a lot of hashtags and trended a lot, ultimately Disney Plus is about 60 million subscribers worldwide. Netflix is like around 200 million or something. Based on Disney's quarterly earnings, they didn't make a ton off Disney Plus. They're still in the infancy. They're still growing it. So as successful as The Mandalorian was, it still cost $100 million for 8 episodes. And it's, gave...
They made that up in Baby Yoda sales alone.
Well, they're trying to. They missed out on a big opportunity for that, though. They missed out on... They missed out on 6 months of opportunity to do that. They didn't have merchandise out for 6 months. Now I go to Target and I see walls of Baby Yoda that aren't really moving that much.
Baby Yoda, yeah.
You know what I mean? Think of if they had that halfway through the season. They missed out on a big opportunity there. But the thing with Mandalorian is it's all filmed in a studio. They have this technology. If you've watched some of that on Disney Plus, how they filmed it, which George was incredibly revolutionary. The stuff that he was filming for that Underworld show, it was all kind of in preparation. Like it was all testing technology to get to the point where they could do what they're doing right now in Mandalorian on this revolutionary stage. But that can all be filmed on location without having to go anywhere else.
Right.
So that's why, with COVID, it could be so, really important with the way that things are getting shut down all the time now. When it comes to the KOTOR rumor, I've heard several different iterations. With the introduction of the High Republic, that announcement, it kind of throws a wrench in it because the High Republic, all this established lore, they said, well, essentially space travel has only been around for 1,000 years. So that really shrinks the amount of time that you can tell that story. And instead of going back 4,000 years to tell that, now you're smashed to this 1,000-year period. And that they've been doing space travel. And also we know from Yoda, and just from the Jedi in general, that Sith hadn't been seen in a millennia. Right. That's established lore from the movies, not saying they couldn't ignore it, but that puts them in a pickle. Now, Kathleen Kennedy had an interview today and I did a video about it that I just released a couple hours ago about saying, all of a sudden we have source material, even though she said, we don't have comics. We don't have 800-page novels. We don't have anything like that.
I'm so glad Matt is not on the video right now. Like, oh my gosh.
Today, there was an interview that came out where she said, we have all these books and stuff. And we came to the realization that Star Wars, the timeline actually goes back almost 25,000 years. And there's tons of books and games.
She just now had the realization.
Yes. So the idea that she said books and games, and she pushed this timeline to 25,000 years, could open things up for them.
Okay. So Kathleen Kennedy's going to fix it.
Well, no, I'm not saying that, but
you know what we should do? We should build a rocket, send it to the moon, and have Kathleen Kennedy pay for it. We're gonna put a billboard on the moon, guys.
Don't stop that. I'm gonna stop it right there, Amelia. All right, now hold on.
Brian's gonna do some. He's gonna have some words.
But there are a lot of people, I know what you're talking about here, because there's a lot of people who agree with you, Benjamin. They don't want to see that. They don't want to see someone butcher that story.
No.
Now, I will talk about this because, no, never mind. I'm going to save that for more civilized age. That's what there's a topic in there, Ryan, that I want to talk to you about on more civilized age. So we'll do that in a few weeks.
I will say the rumors that I heard, they were rumors on a message board, said that for a Disney Plus show, it would actually be, I think it was going to be focused on, I I think it was going to be focused on Bastila. Like that was the plan, right?
That's cool.
That it'd be focused on Bastila and like her interpretation of it. Like, and Revan would almost be a character that you only kind of saw. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't even really much.
Right.
There was no interaction. And then they also, I think there was going to be parts where you would see the exile fighting alongside during the Mandalorian War. So I do think there's cool things that they could do if this was a Lucasfilm that we trusted, if this was a Lucasfilm who hadn't thrown our stuff out already. Yeah. But no, I don't want them to go after these characters as a cash grab, as a, like, I don't want it to happen. We've seen what happens to characters like Grand Admiral Thrawn when they bring them into their canon. And it's not something I'm interested in.
Trust me, Benjamin knows because he's a big Star Trek fan with me. And you can ask him sometime. I mean, he loves Picard.
God, shut up. I don't know. Let's go to the comments. We don't want to hear about me hating on how much I hated Picard.
Now, hold on.
I love Captain Jean-Luc Picard, but I hated that show so much.
Because it wasn't Captain Jean-Luc.
I recently read like the premiere for Picard, like episode 1 and 2 for Picard, however many, whatever the number was for viewership. And then by episode 5, when fans like me realized what they were doing and where they were going, that it like less than half finished the dang season. Because they were just like, this is not at all what you said we were going to get or what we wanted. And it just blew my mind. And I watched the last 4 or 5 episodes out of the corner of my eye while I played some video game that I've played, 50,000 times already, and just listened to the fun parts and then maybe paused and rewind if data was on screen. And that's it. I watched the finale and I was done.
And Discovery was even worse.
And I have not been able to summon the courage to watch any more Discovery. My heart can't handle it. I just might die. And I watch, like, for the background, I seriously probably watch 300 episodes of Star Trek a year. So that's my particular bedtime story. So I'm a big Star Trek fan.
Yeah.
But gosh, when I say I hated Discovery and I hated Picard and everything, that is not a part of what the Federation of Planets is supposed to be. And that's not the grand vision of the future that we're always so happy to daydream about. Yeah, it's the worst. So before we go too far, though, I wanted to ask Ryan, bottom line, based on all that stuff you heard today, are you more excited or less excited about the KOTOR thing? I'm going to say less just because you're afraid they're going to screw it up.
I'm like, I guess, like, do the likelihood of it happening, I think with Kathleen's comments today is increased a little bit after like reading between the lines. I'm still just as not excited for it though. I don't want it to happen. I will bitch and moan and complain as soon as it's officially announced, if it is officially announced.
No, not you.
I should be getting my Force FX Revan lightsaber soon, actually.
Hey.
I pre-ordered that.
Yeah, I was just telling them earlier they made a Darth Malak Funko Pop recently.
Actually.
But will it come in before your 30,000th subscriber? That's the question.
So the next 3 weeks or so? I don't know.
He will reveal it when he gets his 30,000th. It'll be the special guest star for the 30,000th. We'll be able to see it first.
Hey, look. Speaking of.
Uh-oh.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Right in the box. That's cool.
Nice.
I like that.
Nice.
I hate Funko Pops with like all of my being, but I couldn't pass up Expanded Universe.
Funko Pop. I got it.
That's pretty awesome.
Exclusive merch. I got the Revan one and the Force Unleashed Shadow Trooper as well.
Nice.
It's nice they're going. I didn't know they were going into the expanded. Funko Pops are going into the expanded universe.
I know, right? And I got this the other day too. I got sent this.
Oh, cool!
Awesome.
Right on.
Shadow Trooper from Force Unleashed. This thing is badass.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So I need another bookcase or something. I got my 2 Revans up there. I got Mara Jade.
Ryan, I just noticed something.
Uh-oh.
Why are your books not in chronological order?
because I have some of them quasi chronological order. Like this entire New Jedi Order is in chronological order. Everything else is just kind of whatever could fit and look nice. And then all the hardcovers are here, obviously. So it's already going to mess up the chronological order.
I was going to say, I like that Nightwing hat you got back there.
Oh, I love this thing.
He has a lot of cool hats.
I have way too many. Because, I mean, why would you cover up this hair? You know, so it's a conundrum.
Well, I say the same thing about my hair right now.
Yeah, me too.
Hey.
But oh, hey, Ryan, I got another question for you. I know you got to go in a minute. Did you ever watch DC Titans?
Yes, I watched the first season of it. I never watched the second, really. I don't think it was as bad as people said. I don't think it was as bad as people's initial reaction, but I just couldn't really get into it. I hated Starfire.
Yeah, here's the deal. I think anytime they focus on Robin.
Thanks for asking me and talking.
I'm just telling you.
Just kidding.
I loved Jason Todd. I loved when it was just Robin. You know, a Robin episode. That kind of stuff I enjoyed. If they could have just called the series Robin and cut out all the Teen Titans, I think I would have liked it better.
Yeah, I agree. I think that one thing that was really going against that show was Starfire's look. It's wrong. It's just wrong. Nothing against the actress. I thought the actress actually did a bad job as Starfire, not only in her look, but her portrayal. And then I think when they showed that initial trailer and you had Robin saying F Batman and people like freaked out, like, oh, he would never say that about Batman. It's like, have you ever read a comic book in your life?
I think
had you know anything about Nightwing? Yeah, like they're constantly at odds. He would definitely say that. And so I thought it really had a bad marketing to start. Not bad marketing, but bad reaction to its marketing. So I never thought it was as bad as a lot of people said, but I was not a big fan. I didn't watch season 2.
I suffered
Quality Autism says, I don't think Kenobi happens during Legacy of the Force, Ryan.
No, it happens right before it. Got Kenobi, then betrayal and sacrifice. Well, and what often will happen too is I will like if we're talking about the Kenobi series, if I'm doing a video about new rumors about the Kenobi series, I'll pull it out and be like, this is my Kenobi series. This is the only thing that matters. This is all you need. And I'll like hold up the book and then get out of order.
Cody Sparks just asked about that.
I've been even excited for the Kenobi series. I'm excited for them to officially announce that it doesn't happen. I think that'll be hilarious. But
goodness, Ewan McGregor has been kissing Disney's rear for years, trying to get them to do a Kenobi standalone film or a series. Now that he's seen The Mandalorian, he's like, I want a standalone series like that. For the first several years since they bought out Star Wars, it was like, I want a Kenobi movie. Now that Mandalorian has popularity, it's like, oh wait, a series would be great. He's been kissing their ass. I mean, that's what him being in Beauty and the Beast and Christopher Robin really was. It was him like, please, Kenobi movie, please.
By the way, Michael's joining, so I just want to show him that he sent me the Jaina, which I really appreciate and really love. And the Jaina Black Series figure will be sitting over here. It's really nice. Really like it. My Revan is I had to take it down when I rearranged shelf. It's still in the closet. Get my Revan out.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that Force FX lightsaber. The fact that they're making an official expanded universe lightsaber, I think, is really cool. So,
yeah, I was just telling them earlier they had Count Dooku at Think Geek, and what was Kit Fisto? Yeah,
no,
that's cool.
Fantastic.
That's cool. Yeah, I debated it too because I'm like, it's a lot, and I could go get like a custom really cool one, but I was like, you know what? I personally think that because I'm with a lot of people that say they don't think that anyone, if you don't like what they're doing with Star Wars, you shouldn't spend any money on Star Wars, period. Or if you buy stuff, you should buy it secondhand, right? If you're going to buy more EU novels, you should buy them secondhand. I personally think that spending my money on EU stuff is the best thing we can do, because it's all Disney cares about at the end of the day. So I do think if they put these out and it has a good reaction from fans, just like all the Black series did, then hopefully we can keep sending that message with these stupid Funko Pops, right? Keep sending that message that people still care about the expanded universe.
So no matter what format EU takes, old or new, you're in.
Yeah, Exalt really doesn't like how I feel about Star Wars, which I think is interesting. But you do you.
Yeah,
sorry. What was that, Ben?
I said, so I mean, no matter how EU shows up in your little world, you're going to purchase it any way, shape, or form. You do you.
Yeah, kind of. It depends.
What you're saying is Ryan should purchase the European Union.
No.
Support the EU. I get crazier the more tired I am.
And then,
if you really want to support the EU, you should buy the European Union.
Yeah, I need more Ambien.
I'm so tired.
Now, Ryan, I was just double checking. The Revan lightsaber comes with 2 colors, like red and purple.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's supposed to change colors. Like, I don't think it comes with 2. It like changes colors, which I think is cool. Awesome.
Right on.
Matt, what do you think? Should we buy the European Union to support the EU?
She's had it.
She takes herself out for the whole question.
I'm so tired. I get goofier the more tired I am. Remember that time last Halloween when we were trying to fundraise? It was I think it was for the billboards. We were up till like 4 a.m.
That was a crazy time when we raised all that money. Yeah, I remember that because I remember calling Brian afterwards. Couldn't go to bed.
We were up till like 4 in the morning.
Ryan, I don't know if you were here for this, but one of the billboards is still up.
I know. I saw that because I saw someone post a picture of it on Reddit or something a while ago. And I thought that was interesting. I mean, it's not like anybody's probably in the market to put a billboard up because it's not like there's a lot of foot traffic in San Francisco right now. So.
Yeah, we only got told that like a couple of weeks ago, and like Brian didn't even know. So he's like, "What?" And then somebody I guess they lived in like the area. They were like, "Oh yeah, like it's just the one. They're not. One of them's down. One of them's been replaced already, but it's the one that's the sassy one that's still up."
It really was such a
just the space just hasn't been rented.
Yeah, it really was such a shame that the timing of that.
Yeah,
but like we paid for those back in October last year, which was before before anybody knew about Corona. So there was really no way to predict that this would happen.
I know. Yeah, I was just saying it sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. It does. Okay. Yeah, we've been kicking ourselves the whole time.
I'm sorry. I mean, usually I always ignore whatever Evan says on my channel, but I'm sorry that I've been ignoring all the comments here. There's just so many and we've been involved in the conversation. But what are your thoughts on the Star Wars Holiday Special coming out?
Is that new Lego one? Yeah, I think it's a Lego Holiday Special from what I heard.
It is a Lego Holiday Special where Rey will be time traveling and talking to all. I'm just being real. Rey will be time traveling and speaking to a bunch of different people across different. Should be going back, like seeing little Anakin. She'll be talking to a young Luke Skywalker.
Is Ryan bullshitting this, or is
I'm not. She's going to be talking to a young Luke Skywalker, like Rebellion era Luke Skywalker, and she's going to be the wise Jedi trainer, and he's going to be a novice. So she's going to get an opportunity to interact with him in that way, which will be cool.
Lando has gone too far.
I'm serious. That's exactly what
is she going to teach Itchnikuk or Itchy how to treat women? We don't ogle women.
Maybe, but yeah,
she's gonna teach young Anakin how to pod race. The real reason why Anakin's gonna be a good pod racer is gonna turn out to be that Rey traveled back in time and taught him because of course.
Rey's gonna be like one of the fates from Hercules. Like, hey, Baby Yoda, it's gonna be big. You know,
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
Now, I will say that in the same way that all the kind of Lego Star Wars things happen, they're not canonical. They have a lot of ones on Disney Plus where it's these little adventures that do kind of take place during the movies, and events happen a little different way just to be kind of funnier. So I think that's all this is. I don't think that in real life we will actually have had a real Rey Skywalker travel back in time and talk to Luke Skywalker. I mean, she gave him enough training while he was alive as it was. So I don't know, but yeah, it's going to be interesting. I don't really care about it, but it'll be interesting to see people's reaction to it.
For sure.
Yeah, I didn't even know it had all that. So
Yeah.
I'd heard about it, but I didn't know anything more than just the name. So, yeah, crazy stuff.
Yeah, but I do need to get going though, Matt.
Yeah, that's fine.
I got a
We're gonna-
busy day tomorrow because I have DC fandom and all that stuff, which I'm excited for. So
All right.
thanks for having me on,
Come
though.
Joining Ryan.
Drink some water.
I'll try. See you guys. Nice talking to you guys.
Thanks.
And you,
Bye,
Amelia,
Ryan.
always. Talk to you later. Bye.
All right. I hate
He's
him.
fun.
Oh, I mean, yeah, no, he's great. I'm so did Adam? Did you say something? You said you hated him?
Adam said that he hated him. Yeah.
That's
I
weird.
didn't say it.
Oh,
I was about to say we're all going to bring on our puppets and toys now.
yeah.
Yeah, everyone's talking about the new. Everyone's talking about their favorite EU author.
To be a snowman.
Gotta bust into the Frozen theme song now.
Amelia, do you have a favorite EU author?
Gosh, I haven't. Like I said earlier, I haven't read any EU book in like 3 years, so I honestly don't know.
None of the above. I love hearing that from a Twin Sons Foundation board member. Okay, so I'll be
I have
wrapping.
some I liked. It's been so long that I wonder if I were to go back and read the books again, my opinions would probably be different than they were when I first read the books at like 15.
Plus you oh no, I don't hate you, Evan. The word is loathe. Kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Unadulterated loathing.
Rated loathing for your face, your voice,
For
your clothing.
And I thought to myself, why did that song come into my head? And
I think we referenced like 5 musicals in this.
Oh, by the way, if you don't know, Adam has done plays too. He is
Shut up.
Yeah.
Talented.
What have you performed in that was your favorite of all time?
I was Robin Hood once in a Robin Hood play. Back when I was thinner. I was in this play where it was kind of like the Truman Show.
Oh, cool.
It was called Frank's Life. It was kind of the same thing concept.
Cool.
I was in Gilbert and Sullivan, like musical wise, and West Side Story. So
all right then. All right. Wow.
So
there you go.
Cool.
I got stabbed. So like in West Side Story.
Nice.
I thought they used guns in West Side Story.
They had like one gun in West Side Story at the end, but like there was like a knife fight and I got stabbed.
Hey, is Spielberg's West Side Story movie still happening this year, or is it postponed?
Oh, I didn't know they were making one.
Spielberg remade West Side Story, and it was supposed to come out December of 2020.
No, and that's the first I'm hearing of it.
Yeah, this is the thing. It was supposed to come out like literally this Christmas, but we'll see. Well, I guess Hanukkah because Spielberg's.
Yeah, they apparently never hired the publicist for that because I sure haven't heard about it.
Well, I mean, basically all movies stopped being a thing around March. Yeah. Except Mulan, if you want to pay $30 in addition to your Disney Plus subscription.
No, that's so stupid.
It's gonna flop. I think Disney's just gonna test it, but they're gonna see if they can get people to pay. Honestly, they should have started small. Be like, oh yeah, you can rent it for like $5 to watch it, as a special release. But they should have done something like that rather than like $30 for their first try.
If it was free on Disney Plus, I still wouldn't watch it. I'm not for those live.
Yeah.
My wife watches them, and it's a coin flip. They're 50-50. They're either good or they're terrible.
Mm-hmm.
The
one that I thought was actually good was Cinderella, and even then, it was a copy and paste of Ever After from 1998.
The one she liked was Aladdin.
Aladdin was an actually good one. That was actually good.
I walked in completely expecting to hate that movie because I know almost the entire script by heart from the and
I walked in wanting to love it. I walked out not loving it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I walked in open-minded and was like, wow, this is really good, and then found out that Ellen Menken did the soundtrack with Benj Pasek and Justin Paul, and I was like, I love Dear Evan Hansen and The Greatest Showman, so like finding out afterwards that the new song was written by those guys was like,
really?
Benj Pasek and Justin Paul did the music.
I don't know if Megan knew that. I'll have to ask her.
I mean, like if you listen to that new song they did for Aladdin in retrospect and realize that's the same guys who did, This Is Me and You Will Be Found. It's like, oh.
She loves that song. I'll have to tell her.
Watch it again.
Which is actually on Disney Plus now, The Greatest Showman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the missus has watched it.
Yeah, mine has too.
That is her all-time favorite movie.
I love that movie so much. Like, I was not expecting to like it. I was just like, okay, but I try. Thing is, like, I didn't like La La Land, and a lot of the people who were singing the praises, quite literally, of The Greatest Showman were the same people who liked La La Land. So I was like, I'm into musicals, but I didn't really like that other musical movie you guys liked. Then I watched Greatest Showman, and I was like,
I still haven't seen La La Land.
So I still think La La Land's one of the greatest movies I've ever seen, and Greatest Showman.
It's not that the music was bad. Which, by the way, Benj Pasek and Justin Paul actually won their first Oscar for writing the song "City of Stars" in La La Land. They didn't do the entire soundtrack; they just did that one song.
It was like
they are an Emmy away from being the youngest EGOT winners because they're like 29 years old and they've won Oscars, Tonys, and Grammys. So yeah, their first Oscar was for City of Stars from La La Land, and then of course they won a bunch for Greatest Showman.
I think La La Land I really liked it because it's a movie that will change based on how old you are when you watch it. And what you've been through when you watch it and that kind of thing.
The thing is, the music was great. I just hated the characters and thought they were stupid and annoying.
Yeah, watch it again in 5 years and then see what happens.
You basically just said, "Oh, I love musicals," except for the dancing and singing.
It was like the opposite for me with La La Land. It's like, oh, I loved the dancing, I loved the music. The characters were just stupid and dumb, and I hated them.
It was supposed to be. I was supposed to have my little nephews over tonight, and my wife wanted to do a Jaws marathon. She is a huge Jaws fan, and she wanted to watch 1, 2, 3D, and 4. Which, by the way, 4 is great.
Ironically or unironically.
It's it's the most far-fetched one of the series where the shark goes to Jamaica or wherever it chases after the family because it wants to eat the Brody bloodline or whatever.
I've only seen the first one.
And it roars.
Yeah, the lion roar.
Yeah, it has a lion roar underwater. What is Jaws doing roaring now? Say what?
Got the novelization for it.
What, Jaws Revenge?
Small time brought up the lovely event from the nice.
Oh my gosh.
Small time brought up that lovely memory from the Oscars a couple of years ago. Remember when La La Land won Best Picture and then it turned around and it didn't? Awkward.
Yeah.
But anyway, so she's a fan of all 4, which I got to admit, but 4 has Michael Caine in it.
Oh, as a pilot, yeah.
And it has the star from Last Starfighter, which you hardly see him in anything, but he was in Jaws 4. I was like, oh my gosh. And they got the wife to come back and reprise her role.
Wow.
I mean, it's actually, I mean, I'll be honest, like I like the shark roaring. I don't know. It's a charming movie. Not the best, but it's charming, and it definitely beats 3. 3, in my opinion, is the weakest.
Yeah, I was going to say the 4th one is actually a guilty pleasure. So
it is.
Like they actually explain why the shark is, vengeful towards the Brody family a little bit more than they did in the movie. So
I was about to ask if you read that.
I haven't read it all, but I do know. Like it explains the vendetta against the Brody family.
So let me ask you: Jaws 2 had a novel, right?
It's right here. Yeah, I got it. 1 second.
He's got it.
Yes, they did.
Now they didn't do a Jaws 3 though.
No. Hang on, let me go back to the show.
They're disappointing that they never got to Jaws 18, like Back to the Future Part 2 prediction.
They never did.
That's what I was sad about too.
they never did a novelization on the third one, which is kind of sad if they did one for the fourth one. I didn't know they did one for the fourth one.
It's actually by the guy that did the second one. I just now noticed that.
Shut up.
Yeah.
So maybe I need to get those for the misses.
No, Rob D. You know what Jaws 5 is? It's the most horrifying of them all. But you know where this is going. You know how Jaws 5 is going to be the most horrifying of the entire series. Baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do, and that.
Okay.
Man, that's done. Thank you.
See, Matt was that horrified.
When my daughter's fussy, that is like one of the only things that will calm her down, and I'm like, no.
My little girls love Baby Shark.
Yeah.
We have Baby Shark.
Benjamin, do you have kids?
I don't, thankfully. But I've been around Matt's kids enough, and Megan will ask for whatever smart device is closest to play that song at the first syllable of a fussing sound effect comes out of either one of those kids. And she turns and says,
Alexa, play
Baby Shark. And then boom, the whole world stops and life goes on as normal.
Then we start dancing.
No, you do not.
That's when the dancing begins.
Hey, Matt, we should do a non-Baby Shark musical episode where you just have like all your friends who are into theater come on and like sing songs. If we do this, I will get green body paint and a witch hat.
Oh, I want to do this.
I will get green body paint myself green, and put on a witch hat, and we can do like a singing episode.
Do like a Dr. Horrible sing-along blog.
Yes, and you don't have a brain. See that humankind would be insane. To the point that I don't know if I
just recently rewatched that with my nephews. It is
brilliant,
phenomenally good. It ages perfectly.
I cannot believe my eyes.
No, but just lies. I'm talking about. Have you seen this, Adam?
Yeah.
Dr. Horrible. Okay. The not just the music, but the scenes in between. I just forgot how funny they were. Because he's like, and Johnny Snow, you're not my arch nemesis. That's Captain Hammer. Blah blah. And plus, I'm not going to go meet you in the park. There's kids there, and he goes, there are kids there, and.
Also, there's Nathan Fillion's iconic line about the hammer. Not gonna quote that on my channel, but you know the one.
A lot of times
he improv that apparently.
I like how
Nathan Fillion thing ever.
Yeah.
I liked how he was just like during one of his vlogs, he was just like, so I should probably be careful about, streaming because I just found out Captain Hammer is one of my viewers. He threw a car at my head.
he has the kind of black eye, the bloody eye, and he goes, he picked up a car and threw it at my head. And then he goes, a little sniffle he does.
And he doesn't revisit it.
Golly, that is fun. That is
good. The best non-musical part of that musical is the revelation of Bad Horse at the end.
Yeah. Walks in and there he is. That's actually Bad Horse.
Oh, my nephews fell out. They went, "What's a horse?" I said, "That's Bad Horse." He went, "It's a horse," and they were laughing.
They rented the horse from like a party pony thing or something.
He frozen yogurt to the girl. Why can't I be more like Bad Horse? And she goes, "The thoroughbred of sin." And he goes,
"Sin?
I meant gun."
I meant Bambi.
I like that little hit. I liked how she was.
To eliminate the worst of the plague that devoured humanity. The worst of the plague that devoured humanity is true. It's vague on the how, but how can it be that you show me the lie? Sorry, I apologize.
It's a brand new day, and the sun is high, and all the birds are singing that you're gonna die. We need to do a musical episode, Matt.
There you go. Okay, well, we'll do a musical episode together. Adam, you're in.
I still have my Dr. Horrible cosplay.
I'll tell you what, you guys sing. I'll do that.
Hey, there
Right
you
on,
go.
right on.
There you go.
Matt, if we did a musical episode, do you think we could get Megan on camera?
No. The missus, it's been a long time since she's been on camera or on the podcast.
Put her in costume so it won't really be her.
But you can see her streaming live and bells next week or 2 weeks. Can't remember.
Yep.
But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this one, in this stream. I want to thank my guests. I want to thank everyone for coming into the chat, joining me late night on a Friday night. Appreciate you making the time. I always have fun doing these. Thought I'd do it, and it was well worth my time. I see we have a lot of younger viewers on the channel. That's really awesome. People are saying, oh, I'm 16, I'm 26, I'm 20, I'm 14. Hey, right on. You should be in bed. I'm kidding. I'm so glad that you're here with me because I myself am 24.
Go on.
No, wait. I got those numbers mixed up.
You're the ultimate answer to life, the universe, and everything.
I'm 43 now. Forgot.
You forgot you had a birthday?
I did. So, yeah.
The most important thing, though, Matt, is that you are old enough to run for president of the United States.
That's true. And that's what's important. And when 43 you age, look as good, you will not.
Probably true.
Let me just say, Amelia is with Twin Sons Foundation, folks. It's a charitable organization that donates books to children and hospitals and schools. Obviously, right now, they've been impacted by COVID-19, but you can still donate. Just go to the website.
Right. And we've been in contact with our donation locations to try and figure out a new game plan because Brian and I have had books since like April that have been ready to go, and like our events have just been postponed, but like both our donation locations are like they're just kind of on hold, and but we're talking about like doing an alternative plan where instead of doing our usual event where we hand it like directly to the kids with 501st people in costume, like maybe have like a safer option where they can have like their own hospital staff receive the books directly and then have them. That way it's like, especially with like hospitals and kids who are, higher risk. But yeah, we're talking about doing alternatives, and it's still up in the air of when that will be. But whereas, Twin Sons has not been sleeping through this pandemic. We've still been very busy.
Yeah. So go ahead, make sure to give your support to Twin Sons whenever you can. Everything is tax deductible, by the way. They're a legit charitable organization, despite the way Dylan looks. Okay. Also, you need to check out Adam on his channel, Bryant's Nerd Pub. He's doing a lot of great stuff on there. He's also moonlighting. He's almost like the co-host for the Geeks Addict these days, because it seems like Matthew is so insecure that he can't do videos on his own. He needs Adam in there. They make a good team. They're like Batman, and I don't know who Matthew would be. You'd be Batman, though, for sure. Matthew's like, the female version of Robin. Anyway, you can tell Matthew everything I said about him. But you definitely want to check him out. They do now. Who does? I can't remember, because honestly, y'all are both on each other's channel so much. Who does paperback movies?
Oh, paper movies. Well, we actually just created a channel for it that we all can access. So now we don't have to stream between channels. Wait, but
I didn't know this.
Yeah, we created a paper movies channel. I'll send you a link.
Yeah, or can you post the link in the chat? I don't know if you can do that.
I can try
in the public chat so everyone can see.
Yeah, hold on just one second.
See if you can get that in there. But yeah, check out Paper Movies. Paper Movies is fantastic. What they did is they take the novelization of a movie and read through it and then discuss what's in the book that wasn't in the movie, what's different and everything. It's really good. It convinced me to get the Highlander movie novelization, read it, loved it. And, I've been able to chime in on a few of those discussions, but Jaws I'd already read before. I don't know if y'all have done Jurassic Park yet, have you?
No, we're doing Raiders of the Lost Ark next.
So, yeah, those are really good. So check out that channel, but also check out Adam's channel as well. He's got some good stuff going on there. Benjamin is going – he's my my former co-host of Saturday Morning Salmon Flange. He will be back now for more Saturday Morning Salmon Flange, not for the month of September. Unfortunately, I had to get those things filmed because I'm in class all day, every day till late. So I didn't want to, well, you know what? Benjamin would have showed up. I know he would have. But he will be back as co-host for me. Probably get you and Kim over here. I need to get you and Kim over, by the way, soon.
It's
but
not letting me post it.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't know if it'd let you post links, but that's okay. I think you can just email me the link though.
Yeah, I can.
But definitely check that out and everything. And then of course now you have a name to the face. Benjamin's a huge Star Trek fan, overall geek, video games, stuff like that. He knows more about video games than I do. But yeah, a lot of fun. So thanks for joining, fellas. Appreciate y'all.
My pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Sure thing.
And it's just called Paperback. Hold on. What is this? Oh, this is the link. Okay, yeah. So I'll try to hit that in the comments maybe of this one, or the description maybe, if I can remember how to do that, since I'm so ancient. Too bad RK Millennial isn't here to help me teach me how to do this. But anyway, so that's it, guys. Hey, have a wonderful rest of your weekend, folks.